Welcome to the I-80 Club After Dark. Look at that, Jack. I made it all cool and after dark and scary looking. You need your headset on, Jack. We need to hear you with your headset. Welcome in, everybody. We are relaxing, as you can tell. We got the tournament games on basically right in front of us here. I'm the only one wearing headphones right now, which is cool. Very cool.
Calm down.
Unreal.
You hold my beer.
Unreal. You would never know who the professionals are in this room and who the professionals are.
Josh actually is one. Many would be surprised.
No, Jack, that's not the
That's
thing
what
that
he
I
was
going
saying.
for.
I thought that's what you were saying.
By the way, we are starting with a super chat already. Shout out to Shane. Is Johnny drunk on Old Weller yet?
Not yet.
We have not opened
let's
it up.
see.
We have not opened it
He's
up.
not had much, if he had any.
We have not.
And he replaced the seal really well, too, if he did.
No, there's a lot of night left.
We have. There is a lot of night left.
Yep.
There is.
Only one of us has to get up at 5 in the morning.
And that's Johnny, because you'll be waking him up. Probably.
I'm going to talk loud as heck.
Yeah? Is that what's going on?
On that morning show tomorrow.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the I-80 Club Road Show, Dancing with the Skers, powered by our dear friends at Husker Power Products. Pretty cool that we are powered by Husker Power Products.
Do you get that?
It's pretty nifty.
I get it.
We very much appreciate them. We also want to give a huge shout out to all of our community partners as well. We'll give them individual shout outs later. We'll also be giving individual shout outs to our road crew, but a special shout out to Bret.
Bret. He's the road crew chief.
Bret.
I actually named him that recently.
One of us forgot to include him in the show notes earlier, and so we forgot to give Bret a shout out earlier. And so shout out to you, Bret. We very much appreciate you. Thank you for helping us get to Oklahoma City.
Turn the brightness up on your screens tonight.
What? Who?
The people watching it.
Oh, yeah. Do you like that? What do you think of the dark look there? You think it's cool?
I can't see it.
I just worried because we're in such a dark space that if it was the usual light with the red, it would be just like too contrasting.
I mean, we could turn on.
Should we turn off the other, like these lights?
Would that
the
help?
kitchen lights?
No, I think it's more about the graphics. I think those are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Oh, you meant the graphics.
Yeah, I meant the graphics.
They're great, Josh.
Yeah. Oh,
you do a great job.
Jack, thank you.
You know what else is great?
Just you have to tell him like once a day. He's doing a great job.
402-810-8030.
Full run.
That's the brand new theme song that we have for the.
That's the new I-80 Club hotline.
Yeah, and we're gonna be playing some
Sweeping
stuff
the nation.
from the hotline.
Oh, I was gonna get my computer.
Take that, Happer and Schaefer.
Yeah, you got to get your laptop. You're way too comfy now.
No, this is great. Can people even see me?
Yeah, you're the guy who's in the middle of the whole room with your legs.
I just thought it was what? Are my legs lighting up the room?
Yeah, you can see them.
Here, do you need some light on your face?
I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is about to paint you like one of his French girls.
People would hire me to just raise my legs up instead of getting a ring light.
Jab says, how drunk are you guys? Actually, we're not. I think we're more loopy from the day.
That's the problem, probably.
Yeah.
We'll probably go more. We'll probably just, drunk would be sleepy, probably.
Now, we do have the bourbon. I don't know if people can see it. We do have the bourbon. We're going to open it up in a little bit.
Shout out to Oklahoma City's liquor store.
Shout out another new community. A new community partner.
Community liquor sponsor.
Yeah, we very much appreciate
Oklahoma
that.
City's liquor store. I don't remember the name.
Yep. Yeah, you were very
we prefer the still.
They were very.
We do prefer the still. One of our actual community partners.
Non-compete clause. The still. They're like the still if the still was in Oklahoma City, but worse.
But much worse.
Much worse. One of the worst things I've ever seen. And they had a very small selection of cold beer. Now that I think of it, in fact, they had no Busch Light.
They didn't have Busch Light.
Josh put in an order for Busch Light.
Yeah, and so
because
instead,
he only appreciates fine beer.
Yeah, and so you know what we have instead? We have McMaster's Slop Miller Light.
That's people, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know that.
What that Matt
joke.
likes?
Yeah, somebody already made it to me on Twitter. I didn't get it.
Wait, did they really? This is sweeping the nation.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I just took the picture I was trying to set up earlier with the bourbon on the foosball table that you guys crapped your pants about because I had the lights on too long. And someone spotted like it's freaking Where's Waldo in the background, one Miller Lite can. And they were like, is McMaster there? And I was like,
okay, that's funny. I didn't see
Is
that.
it? I don't. It doesn't seem funny to me.
I mean, you just don't like jokes that you're not like involved in. I think.
What? Matt?
I love inside jokes. I'd love to be part of
I
one.
think that's what's
Do you
going
mean
on.
Matt likes Miller Lite? That's the
He
joke.
loves it. He came over to my house and he brought Miller Lite, and I just don't know anyone else who likes Miller Lite.
I mean, I obviously do enough to buy some. So,
Yeah. What do you think about Miller Lite, Johnny?
If it's in the house, I'll drink it.
well, I mean, you don't.
You're at the age where you're way more of a Keystone Ice guy, right?
Okay.
I don't know about that. I mean, I got flamed for the natty.
Okay,
Light
first of
when
all,
I was on
I got
the other day.
By the way,
Flamed?
all of
I got-
those taste the same. All of those taste the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They
It's
do.
your taste buds talking again here, Jack.
Number one, they taste the
Val's
same.
Pizza's great.
Number two, it's just.
Oh, shut it. Val's Pizza's wonderful.
Yeah, you
No,
get his
no,
ass.
nuh-uh.
Get his ass.
Listen.
Oh, by the way, we have two supers that we have not read already.
This show is going to be amazing.
Shane writes, imagine not winning your tournament game by 29 points.
Uh,
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. And
Michigan only ended up winning by 21. They were up by. Has anyone won by 29 or more yet?
no, they have
Let's
the
go.
largest margin.
Michigan was up by 40 about 10 minutes ago.
And then Art in LA, who hooked us up a little bit earlier on in the
Already
day.
the one-man party.
Shout out to the I-80 Club. Drinks are on me. LOL.
Oh,
Let's go.
Very much appreciate all of the great.
Do you know
support.
he used to be on the old Sweet 98 morning show way back in the day?
No.
I referred to that today. Yeah.
That was a really
Already
good
the one-man party.
Okay, when you said that, I didn't know what that was in reference to.
It's a people.
I didn't know if that was like a Damon Benning nickname for somebody, or if that, like Damon gives people nicknames.
I actually don't.
Like if you called into his show, he'd be like, "What up, JM?" Like that's
Oh,
what he
I
would
don't.
say to
I
you.
don't listen to his radio.
Does
program.
he give people nicknames or does he just list their initials?
Dumb debate. Is an initial a nickname? People call him
You guys-
A-Rod.
You guys don't think this is fun? All my friends in high school all call me JL.
JL. Interesting.
Mhm.
Why? What? Oh, because
I have no friends that call me that, and we have the same initials, coincidentally.
Yeah.
Everybody, when I go to my high school reunion in a few months, everyone will call me JL.
Fascinating. Wait.
I will say that is weird, but also very on brand for East High.
What does that even mean?
It just
Yeah.
you're
Classic East.
classic.
Is
East.
this a 30-year anniversary there? Jim?
It is
remember when you turned 40.
1996. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I was going through a divorce, so I didn't come to your surprise.
Yeah,
party. I feel
yeah,
really
you weren't
bad.
there.
I
You
know.
sent a song along though, which
I
was
did,
nice.
yeah. It was because things were going on in my personal life. All right, let's talk some. Let's talk about the day that
BYU
was.
making it a game.
So we were last on the air. We were last on the YouTube stream like 6 or 7 hours ago, I think is probably. And then we ended up just standing around the bar for like an hour as everybody. They just kind of had that look in their eye of like, oh my gosh, can you believe that this finally happened? Jack, you've had things to do. We got here and you had to do a radio show immediately.
Yes.
Then you took a nap. We ordered food. You went
Yep.
and picked up food in the
I'm
beer.
feeling very rejuvenated
Yeah.
now.
How are we feeling
I'm finally I'm feeling like I'm really finally just
Yeah,
soaking
soaking it all
in the fun of the trip for the first time.
Okay, how are we
Looks
feeling
like
about
it.
the game now? Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
It's good. I'm excited to watch it again after
Yeah.
these games are over.
D-Lo on the Discord. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
this is pretty funny.
It's a picture of me, isn't
No,
it?
no.
No, but there was that
No,
earlier.
yeah,
that was pretty funny.
that
too.
was great.
Yeah.
No, he said in quotes, "One day Nebraska will win a tournament game and we will party like you couldn't believe." Nearly passed out on a couch in a house made for a kid/nerd at 8:30.
That is what we're doing. Look, we promised content.
And it's the best. It's so much better than you would imagine, though.
We can't say to everybody, please
Horizontal showtime.
please give us your money, and then we're going out to Bricktown. Now, here's what we're doing tomorrow, though. We have decided officially we're going to do 2 shows. We will do Unemployed, and we will do Coffee or whatever we're calling it, and then we're done because we're going to go out.
Oh,
and
I never
enjoy,
emailed Jen.
We're gonna. Damn it, Jack!
I have so much stuff to do at every moment.
Unreal.
Let me get up and go.
Do you want your computer?
No,
I'll have your-
Yeah, Johnny got me some water earlier. He can help out. He can be our little
Yeah, bring me
brother
my
right
computer.
now. Okay, you can ask him.
I
Nice.
just don't want you to
I
stub
can't
your
say
toe on
he's
the
my-
little
I can-
ledge.
Hey,
we have,
First of all, I haven't fallen off that ledge yet.
Yeah.
There's
because it is a sunken living room for some reason.
But it's not like a normal level of sunkenness. It's not enough to remember every time.
It's also like a visual. You can't. There's
Correct.
no
Everything blends in together. It's very frustrating. The worst is in the bathroom. The bathroom sunken situation is problematic. I almost smashed my foot yesterday.
You guys, we got to do a full house tour at some point because
You've been promising all this extra Patreon stuff.
That's because I have something to do at every moment. I can't do something. This is the first time I've sat down during this trip, and I'm losing my voice, which is also probably bad.
Yeah, because you have a radio show tomorrow. So again, tomorrow we're going to do 2 shows tomorrow, and then we're going to go out for a night on the town. D-Lo is basically calling us out. Have no fear. We're going to go out to Bricktown. I texted a friend earlier. I confirmed that he will be down there. I want to soak in the environment. There's nothing like the night before a big game, like on a road trip. I've done that many times. This is weird, though. I've never gone to an NCAA tournament where it's a night before a big game after you won a different big game.
They never have 2 Nebraska football games on a weekend, it seems
Sadly, because of player safety or something like that.
Stupid Big Ten rules. I hate that.
What are we doing over here? I'm trying to watch 2 football games in 3 days.
You should do that. That's how you fix college football.
That is how you fix college football.
3 teams, 1 city.
Yeah.
2 games.
May the best.
No, 4 games.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
This
will finally bring Bishop back. John is going to come back to college football.
Is that the best idea I've ever had? Wow.
It might be. So we'll be on a couple times tomorrow, and then we're going to go out and enjoy a night on the town. I don't think, Jack, that you ended up answering my question about how are we feeling about Nebraska finally winning their
I don't
first
think Jack has answered a single question you've asked on the show this weekend.
I don't think so either. Jack, Nebraska won their first tournament game.
It's fun. I'm very happy. It's good. Yes, more good than bad, definitely.
Thumbs up.
I would say more good than bad. One of my top 5 favorite wins this year, I would say.
Tom Chattel said that it was like the 3rd biggest or best moment he's covered behind the 95 Orange Bowl and when Nebraska went to their first College World Series. Your thought?
Well, God knows Jack loves that Orange Bowl.
I mean, I love the bowl. I love the bowl generally, Orange Bowl.
How does this compare to some of the great moments? Because and Tom acknowledged it, like those were way different. One of them made a College World Series. The other was a literal national championship. This is round 1. How do you compare them?
I don't know yet. It's like too early. Like it really is too early. I in some ways, it feels like it hasn't. The story almost can't be told till we see how this ends. It seems true. Like to some degree.
Yeah.
Because if they're playing a week from tonight and win, then it's just. I don't know. It's just been it's been awesome, and I honestly, like all jokes aside, like I feel like I have not been able to experience it yet, like a fan, honestly, because I've been working nonstop and getting ready to work tomorrow. I'm really excited for tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we'll do another podcast shortly after that. But
you are just rotating radio shows and podcasts.
Once we get past the second podcast
tomorrow night,
that should be awesome.
I'm very excited and very excited. But I enjoy tonight's podcast. I've been very excited for. So this is great.
And by the way, in a few minutes we're gonna go to voicemails.
And we're watching. We have the quad box up here, so we were watching the games.
But only one game is on right now.
We have Clark Kellogg and Jamal Bashburn in some combo and every other.
What do you think about Bashburn's outfit?
That's a nice quarter zip.
Yeah.
Is that maybe it goes down further? It's like a 3rd zip.
Ooh, BYU has come back in this game.
Let's
go. I didn't
realize
that. We got another super shout out, Jason. Nothing better than being a Big Red team, winning today, and now being 12 Busch lattes deep and celebrating.
Let's go.
Go Big Red.
And being in a place where they have Busch lattes.
You know where they have Busch lattes, Jack?
Where?
The Still. One of our fine
one of our friends. I thought you were going to say the Lincoln Symphony Orchestra.
They might, honestly. They might have it there. What other
Maestro, fix this.
What other of our community partners
might
have?
Drink a Busch Light.
Pinnacle Bank Arena? Does Pinnacle Bank Arena have a Busch Light?
I believe so.
Does One-Eyed Eddy Sports Bar in Greeley?
Does One-Eyed Eddy's have One-Eyed Eddy? I mean, yes.
Yeah. Look, Sandstone.
Does One-Eyed Eddy's have an eye?
Yeah. Sandstone Wealth Management. I can confirm that Tyler absolutely has Busch Lights back at his location.
That's the new.
Now I'm just starting to read the road crew because I know Corey does. I know Corey always is rocking.
Can I tell you one thing? When you go to that screen, it gives me stress. What is that screen?
That's the chaos screen.
That's my stickies. It's just like things that I never need except for when I need.
It raises my blood pressure to
I
see
understand
that
that.
screen.
My desktop is very clean, but this is where I just have all my quick. It's
Clean.
just it's easy access to quick notes.
Dad doesn't like having a lot of things open at one time.
Not
Yeah.
800 tabs.
Okay. Yeah, but it's just like scattered all over in random spots. It's weird.
Yeah, indeed. Should we get to the?
Got him.
Should we get? Oh, my dad texted in. Was Jack emotional at the end of the game?
So it was weird. Like Johnny could probably vouch for this. I was in the second half, and I don't really even know how to explain this. Like I wasn't worried they weren't going to win. I mean, at probably like the 15 or sometime between that 15 and 10-minute mark, I was not worried they were going to lose.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. Like I was sort of like numb almost. Like I couldn't. I just wanted to get to the end almost. It was weird, and I don't even know how to describe it. At the end, I really wasn't, but I was. When it ended, I was happy.
Yeah.
Like I mean that's obvious. Everyone was, but like it was more happy than like emotional weepy, and I didn't. That actually kind of surprised me a little bit. But it was great. I mean,
how much of that was just
awesome.
that they like whooped their asses for 40 minutes, basically?
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Like Adam says, turns out it's fun to win a big game by 20 plus, but also like the cathartic release happened inside of the game and not at clock zero.
I think
right?
I sort of went through that during the second half.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like I think there were actually moments in the second half where I started to think about it and like I sort of stopped myself. But then at the end, it was just so like I did not. My prediction, as Mike Schaefer was so kind to point out, was Nebraska would win by 8, and like I had prepared myself for it being. I didn't prepare myself for it being a buzzer beater, but I certainly didn't think by halftime they'd have a. I don't know what the ESPN number was at halftime, but it had to be like almost 90%. I would think.
I remember in the early part of the second half because I actually rewatched the highlights when you were napping, and when it got to 11 points. Early on, I was like, okay, this is going to be a really interesting moment. And then it wasn't anymore because Price banged a couple threes or whatever, and it was like, all right, everything is fine all over again.
And then that period between, when Frager had the dunk and the three.
And then he made the three. Finally, his first three of the game.
And then Cale Jacobson had the three.
Oh, my gosh.
Those three things happened in a row, I think, without them scoring. And
it's almost like you get burned out from the amount of happiness that you experience in that game because there were so many amazing things that happened back to back.
Seriously.
It's just like it loses its like effect on you at some point. Like we're never in a point where we're feeling that much joy, and so my brain doesn't know how to.
You weren't used to it. By the way, to answer your question, 99% at halftime.
At half.
99% when they were up 41.
So did it ever get below that in the second half at the beginning?
The lowest it got then was when it was 44-32, and it was 97.6% chance.
Wow.
So that 5-0 run to start the second half.
Basically. And then suddenly Nebraska makes a three, and then they made another three, and that was the Jamarcus Lawrence catch in
the mid-range
rhythm.
Dude, Jamarcus.
He was awesome.
He was so good.
He was Illinois Jamarcus Lawrence again.
We talked about
zero turnovers.
I think we talked about every player. I don't know if we mentioned Barricade today, but we talked about Lawrence. 13 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. He added a rebound. He added a few assists. He had 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers,
That's
which has
the
been
big
a
number.
huge problem for him over the course of the last month and a half.
And it hadn't been in the past.
Yes, correct. So quite the day. Should we get to the voicemails, Jack?
Yeah, let's
that
do
might help us lead the conversation. So,
Texas is going to hold off BYU here.
Oh, God.
All right, Jack, what's the phone number? Or Caleb, you know it in song.
402-819.
819.
819, yes.
Oh, yeah.
80-40.
80-30.
80-30. 402-819-8030. 402-819-8030. 402-819-8030.
I hope Ian is checking out the pod tonight because he might be able to take what you just did and make an even better song.
I'm trying to make a jingle that stays in my head because I'm tired of searching my Twitter.
If only you had the stickies that you could open up right away every single time.
That's what it is.
I would call that just the stress program.
I would take a screenshot of it, but I have some like credit card stuff.
Just show it, turn it around so they can see it. Like these guys can see it. It's terrible, right?
You can't see it on this.
I feel like you're overreacting.
Yeah, it's again. This is like most of this stuff is I-80 Club. Like, look, this is when I do a Schaefer podcast. That's his description that I
I don't care what it is. It's the organization of it.
Well,
it's not the
I
content.
I know that you might not care about this. I know what you do care about, Jack, and that is that this is the I-80 Club Roadshow. Dancing with the Skers, and it is, of course, brought to you by Husker Power Products. We love Husker Power Products. We got to hang out with them.
Husker Power Products.
They're great products. We hung out with them over the course of the pod that we did earlier today. We had a great time. We also want to give a huge shout out again to our community partners, Eye Surgical Associates, Fleet Feet Lincoln, 5-Star Bath Solutions, Lincoln's Symphony Orchestra, Look Architectural Coatings, Pinnacle Bank Arena, Sandstone Wealth Management, The Still, which has Busch Light, Sutton, Linder, and Sutton Visit Lincoln, and 1620 The Zone. We were simulcast on there earlier today.
They don't have Busch Light. You guys always have.
We do have the fancy stuff.
You got a fridge of like
fancy
crap.
Yeah, okay, interesting. And also we want to give another shout out to our road crew. We saw Lincoln today, Lincoln Arneal. We saw Corey. We saw Gerren today. Mark, Bret. We love Bret.
Oh, the
Bret.
road crew chief.
Bret, thank you very much for everything.
Let's go, Bret.
Brett with one T, right?
Bret with one T. Good memory there, Jack. Reese, Erik, Jordan, Bruce, Lindsay, Joe, and
Lindsay.
Eddy with one eye.
How did we not run into Lindsay today?
I could not believe it. Of all the people that I would have expected to see, I am stunned that we have not seen Lindsay yet at any of our locales.
Well, I bet we'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah. By the way, we normally don't read comments on the YouTube unless they're hooking us up with a super butt.
Or it's being really nice.
Or being really nice. And this is that, but it's also a friend of the pod, so we're going to be okay with it. Ross Benish, our good friend.
Oh, get Ross on the Discord.
He says, man, that couch layout makes me want to play Xbox until 4 a.m.
Me
with
too.
my high school buddies.
We might.
Do we have video games here?
It
I see
feels
we
like
have
we-
Sorry.
We got our arcade. We got Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga back there.
Jack, I'm not looking to
We
stand
have
anymore
Star
tonight.
Wars Monopoly.
I'm not looking to stand anymore tonight. I'm not looking to stand anymore.
You could bring a chair and put it on.
That
there.
massage chair made me say
Dude,
yes,
I
Daddy.
was worried that he was going to
Oh, boy.
orgasm earlier. It was very inappropriate. The
There were
noises.
noises coming out of
And I was sitting right in this spot.
Yeah,
It was a little. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little much. It was a little rough with me.
you did not like it. It just kept tickling your feet.
And it tickled.
He prefers a gentle massage.
First of all, you put your feet inside a thing, and I was like giggling.
It gets up in there.
It tickled so
I'll be
much.
honest. Like, you haven't showered still on the trip. Caleb didn't shower when we got home, so I don't think I'll be sitting in the massage.
Well, I did. Okay, first of all, I haven't sat in it for 24 hours. So none of
you
the last.
also haven't showered.
Yeah, but I had then
I
within
did change
the day.
clothes at least.
Okay.
I won't get into it tonight until after I have a nice shower.
Why did you
That'll
want
probably-
to get into it at all? You hated it.
I want to see
Whatever.
if maybe I had it on the wrong mode.
Interesting. All right, should we get to voicemails, Jack?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so these are
I'm not Jack,
voicemails
but sure.
at a phone number that Jack sung a few minutes ago. And so if you missed last night's episode, we played like 25 calls from people about what it would mean if Nebraska was able to get their first tournament win. We were calling our shot. We were Babe Ruth. We were pointing and saying we're about to hit a home run over there. Because wow, if they would have lost, the dunking that Creighton fans would have done on that episode. Can you imagine it?
The future crown champs, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, exactly. So now, though, we have voicemails from people who are celebrating because Nebraska won. They won their first tournament.
Applesauce on the couch. with
Very
shoes
strange,
on?
Johnny. It is very strange.
Did you? Okay, the woke mob over here calling it crisscross applesauce.
All right.
Would you rather
back in my day?
Would you rather my bare feet slosh over the couch?
I'd rather you not sit like that.
It feels
To
good.
be honest.
Before we get to the voicemails, Dramatic Nickel 5 writes with a super. I didn't cry till I saw Kent's call. That made me shed a tear. Also, where is Mike? Mike is at his hotel. We have zero idea what's going on with Mike. Yeah, he said I might come over. His I might come over was the softest I might come over of all time.
Okay, yeah,
I could be there.
There was no intent behind that.
Mike Schaefer, I know your tone, and I didn't believe you for a single
Mike-
solitary second.
Mike could sleep on the couch right here,
Mike can sleep on the couch right here.
and we have chair beds apparently.
We have chair
Yeah,
beds.
whatever happened with
Weirdest
these bed
things I've
chairs.
ever seen.
It's very strange. All right, let's finally get to it after a 10-minute wind-up. Let's get to the voicemails. We have quite a few of them to play. Here is the Caleb. We're good to go with the audio.
I think so, but now the chair's not working for Johnny.
Great, you can pay for that.
All right,
All
awesome.
right,
All right,
that's
here's the first voicemail. Here we go.
Hey, this is Sir Mix of Scott. The game's not technically over yet, but we're up 30, so we got it. Just want to thank Fred and the team. Amazing performance today. You guys will go down as Husker legends, and you deserve every bit of it. I dedicate this win today to Kent Pavelka, Jack Mitchell, and Nebraska basketball fans. You guys have had your groins kicked a million times over the years, and it's so great to have that off our back now. I also want to dedicate this win to our enemies to the east, the Blueberries, the Iowegians, to know you no longer have this one piece of kryptonite you can hold over Nebraska fans. Chef's kiss. Husker fans, enjoy the long weekend in Kansas City. We're still dancing, unlike the Shim Shams. Not today, Satan. Sir Mr. Scott, out.
All-time call. All-time call.
It was during the game.
All-time call.
That's all-time.
Let's talk about our favorite portion of the call. One, that it was during the game. Two, that he called it Kansas City. Have fun at KC, boys. Hey, we will.
Like throwing Iowa in with the trash talk. I like that. That was a nice touch. That was a nice.
Also, I'm so happy that we got these uploaded in the order in which they came. And that was
we're starting
so we're
in
starting
the afternoon.
The game is
and after we're finished, I'll get a refresh. And see if we've got any more.
Oh, absolutely awesome. So shout out to Sir Mix Scott as we begin the night.
Is his name Sir Mix Scott?
I think legally, I believe it is.
Oh,
it's probably on his birthday.
That guy needs a show on the I-80 Club.
Yeah, you think so?
Would he do a DJ set?
Sir Mix Scott.
Oh, that it would be nice because that would mean one person would do it.
That means one person would answer the call.
Give me less shows. Give me less trips to plan. By the way, we might have to plan another freaking trip.
Yeah, if you're interested in sending us to the Sweet 16, hit us up.
Community partner.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's email sales@i80club.com.
Attorney at I-80 Club.
Oh, we have 100 emails.
You can also send a text or call 402-819-8030.
Awesome. Please do that. Reach out to us. In all seriousness, like we're saying it in a fun tone. But if you're actually
not going to be fun.
My tone is
my tone is fun. My intent is not fun. We're going to go.
Flights aren't that bad right now to Houston. If you want to get us there with insurance in case we need to cancel them, we would love to hear from you. All right, let's get to voicemail number 2.
Hey Jack, hey Club, this is Andre. Walking down from the 300s right now with Paycom. You can probably hear it. I don't know how to explain how much this means. It means so much to me. It means so much to Jack. I know it means so much to you and listening. I'm so happy I can be here. I'm so happy we have the club. I'm so happy we have Nebrasketball. Go Big Red.
That was deep inside Paycom.
Is in the 300s.
Is in the 300 level. Sometimes when someone speaks another language, you don't need to know what they're saying to hear the kind of the art and the feeling in it, and that's what that was for me.
Yeah,
I could tell it was the message was there, even in the voice and the tone.
Spoke to your heart
more than the words. And I heard 300 level in Paycom, and I heard what was the name on that? Did you guys even hear?
I didn't hear.
I thought Ross.
David Wright sounds like a droid on Hoth.
Hey, right there is Hoth. Is that spaceship Hoth?
That was Andre. It was Andre.
That was Andre?
That was Andre? Oh.
So here's what I think happened. It was because the phone was really close to
We talked to
He did
Andre.
say that he sent one. Yeah.
Andre.
Shout out Andre.
Yeah, we talked to Andre.
One of our many Gen Z listeners who loves Nebraska basketball.
It was like he was doing that call from inside of a
The amount of Gen Zs I took pictures with today was a lot. A lot of Gen Z.
Why are you taking so many pictures with the kids, Jack?
They were asking me to take. I wasn't.
Our friend Chance writes on the YouTube with a super props to Jack for not showing those dogs for free.
That's right.
You got to pay for
that. That's a $100
OnlyFans.com/I-80 Club.
Oh, Chance, we appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight here in the
I-80 Club feet.
God, that is so freaking funny. All right.
That's only in Kansas City.
All righty. Let's
Only
get
available
only in
Kansas
KC.
City.
All right. Let's get back to the voicemails. Here is which one did we just play? Was that number 3 or was that number 2?
That was 2.
Just the second
All
one.
right. Awesome. We got a lot of good stuff to come. Here we go.
Hey, this is DZ. I cannot stop smiling. I can't. It, like I said yesterday, this makes it all worth it. All the suffering for all the years. Oh my God. It's amazing. Just, everything. Go Big Red.
Love it.
It's hard to find the words sometimes.
That's easy from the Discord, right?
We met, didn't we? I forget. We saw DZ today? We've met so many folks over the course of the last couple of days.
No, that was that TZ?
Somebody else. Well, I apologize. That's awesome, though.
I apologize.
In all seriousness, like, you're at a loss for words. Like, all of us are.
That's
at a
what
loss
I
for
wanted.
words.
I wanted in the moment.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Plus, once you say it, it can't be taken back on our voicemail.
It cannot be taken back. That's true because we're
There's
live
no
right
delete
now.
button.
We're live right now on YouTube. All right, here is another one.
Hey, Jack.
This is a live show.
What's that?
This is a live show. We do want to remind people.
Yeah, this is live.
Not recorded. This one is live.
This is live.
This is live.
That's excellent, and we're allowed to do that.
Yes.
This is live. All right, here's the next one.
Caleb, Mike, everybody that's down there. This is Mike. Can't consume all of your guys' content live today. I'm busy working, but I just wanted to say congratulations on the win. As you all know, I am a Creighton fan, but for this one day, I'm going to call truce on all of that and just say congratulations to you guys. And you guys have scoreboard on us right now. So more recent tournament win, more beat us multiple times in the last few years. So I'm going to call truce on all of that. I think I've softened my stance over the last few years, but just wanted to say congratulations to you guys. Enjoy this moment. Really happy for you. And for one day, I'll be a J-Sker. Take care.
Oh, my gosh. He admitted it.
Mike is one of our P1 listeners. He is on every live show. He often is giving us supers, and he is not a fan of Nebraska.
I don't know how he
shows up
does it.
every time.
The Discord was great during that call, by the way.
He shows up every single time.
I can't imagine doing that for a Creighton. Like if they had John Bishop laying on a couch talking about a Creighton win, no way.
He would show the puppies for free.
You wouldn't watch John on
because he can't get money on his website. I can.
You wouldn't watch John do a YouTube about Creighton going to their first Final Four?
Laying on a couch?
Yeah, taking voicemails. You wouldn't call him and say, John, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, now I kind of understand why people are watching this now that you say it that way.
Shout out to you, Mike, man. We very much
Mike,
appreciate
you're a good dude, man. We love it. Thank you.
Oh, and there he is. He gave us a super. I'm here, J-Sker pilled. Look at Mike.
Look at Mike.
Oh, he admitted it.
He admitted.
Wow. Mike, good luck to your Jayhawks tomorrow because he also is a Kansas fan. Good luck to
what a fun combo of teams.
So JJ Skers?
Hey, did you guys see?
He's the original J-Sker.
Did you
I
guys
guess he wasn't a Sker, though.
See behind
just JJ.
JJ.
Did you guys see behind the
What
hoop?
else do you want to talk about, Jack?
Man, if I could, I thought Schaefer interrupting me today was enough, but now we're trying to get a word in edgewise. I've never spoken so little on a podcast in my life. In any case, what was I? Oh, there were the guys sitting behind the hoop, kind of by the Troy band, and it was a guy in a Kansas jersey and a Duke jersey.
There were two Kansas jerseys and one
Are they the worst people?
No, because I saw a Cooper Flag jersey, and I don't even know where that could have possibly come from on some old lady. A million questions. But they were they had really good seats. Do you not understand what's going on here?
Very strange.
Did you miss
the Kansas fans definitely bought him expecting to go. And
that might
we
have
can't
been
waste
it.
this.
But they got
a great atmosphere.
A guy wearing a Kansas
How
helmet.
could they not have sold those?
Seriously, that's true. They could have made a pretty penny.
Update, by the way, I did sell my tickets.
Yeah, how much?
$34 each.
All right, so that covered dinner then at least.
Yep.
By the way, Matt writes in the Discord, shout out J-Sker JB, who is in the hospital. Yeah, one of our longtime subscribers, JB, is in the hospital now. Yeah, so we hope that he is okay. Don't have any updates on exactly what's going on.
He said he's home now.
He's home now.
Oh my God. I had no idea.
That's good to see,
Dude,
JB.
we know JB. We went,
we've
at the baseball game last year, went to the bar with him.
Yep, exactly.
Dude, get better. I don't know what's going on. I won't pry.
JB's a good dude.
Yeah, JB, we're thinking
love
about
JB.
You, man.
Get him some chicken nuggets, stat.
Yeah. Yes, and all of his other.
Nothing else, though.
Yeah, that's true. No dipping sauces. I don't even know if he likes French fries.
Just raw dog and nuggets.
Hey, shout out to the Chicken Shack in Oklahoma City. The chicken was pretty good, guys.
We would love to have them as a community.
That was all. If you guys could just send some more over here, we will continue to talk about it.
We will absolutely eat it. We will absolutely eat it. All right, let's
Great pour, Jack.
Yeah, I need some more booze. I'm kidding. I'm out now. Let's get to another voicemail. Here we go. I'll wait for you to get back, Johnny. Yeah. We can. Jack, what do you got to say for the next 10 seconds?
No, I'm curious. I'm curious how Nebraska fans are. It's just so weird to have this time now. It's like I realized what I was thinking of is that like I've been to a conference tournament. That's the only comparable thing that I've got. When Johnny and I went to the conference tournament, but I keep thinking they play tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's an off day. Yeah. It's so weird.
That's going to be good though for us. We can recharge the batteries a little bit.
It'll be great. But it's just like I wonder how fans are for people who aren't working constantly, like who are here. What are they doing tomorrow?
Well, how about this? We just found out that our friend Bruce, who is one of our road crew members, says just got word, boys, heading to OKC.
Bruce is coming. Bruce Shane.
Bruce.
Thanks.
Do you want to cook us a meal?
Bruce.
No, he heard we were in Kansas City, and he's like, I can get there.
Come on, Bruce. Stop on by,
we can set up a little, Iron Chef kitchen up here.
You'll love the pans. The pots and pans in this building are great.
Where's the camera? Bruce, I'll do a private DJ set for you if you come make us a meal tomorrow night.
Now we're talking. All right, Johnny is back.
You stand there and I'll play music.
John Claude just said, by the way,
while I play music.
You apparently
Look me in the eye.
You apparently can't curse.
That's a Carlton. Sorry.
John Claude writes, you apparently can't curse on a super chat. We must have, Jack added a bunch of words that we don't allow.
Yeah, sorry.
So, wow, soft.
I mean, most of them were racist, but I don't know whatever.
John Claude, bro. Hopefully it wasn't one of those words.
No, I said most of them. Some of them.
Geez.
I mean, I don't remember. I did this years ago, but I wanted to make sure.
It was a lot of politics stuff. I think we added all these banned words around November of 2024. We were like, you know what? Let's make sure that they're
okay. I had my headset off for a second. I missed half of that. All I heard was super chat, and then Jack saying most of what he said was racist.
No, most of what I made sure is
we have banned words on our YouTube.
Oh, yeah, banned words. Okay,
it's it's a best practices.
I missed
very much is.
3-4 very important context clues in the middle of that.
Yeah,
sorry, I don't know what word I banned that he said.
Yeah, damn, hell,
F.
What the hell?
Creighton.
What the
hell? What the hell? All right, let's get back to the voicemail, shall we?
Hey guys. It's David McGee calling. I was listening to the show from last night,
EPM,
overnight while I was feeding the baby, and the theme that you guys talked about of sharing these memories with your dad or your mom or whoever just kept coming up, and I was struck by that in one sense because that's not my story. My dad's a great guy, but that just wasn't something we shared. And so today I got a text from my in-laws knowing that I'm a big Nebrasketball fan, and they asked if I wanted to take our oldest so that I could watch the game. I'm like, no, I know he's only 3 and will never remember this, but I want him to be here for this. And so it was pretty special to have both of my boys here, even though they'll never remember it, but I'll be able to tell them that I watched the game with them, and I'm pretty excited about that period. My youngest was born 90 minutes before the Michigan State game, and today he fell asleep in my arms right as the game was ending. So I look forward to telling him about that as he gets older. Pretty special day all the way around. Awesome that you got to be there. I'm so excited for you, and really wish I could have been there as well. Thanks, guys.
Is there still time to name that child Sam Hoiberg?
Just let me give yeah, no kidding. DPM, that's what I think of him as. That's what he is on Twitter. And like he is a we talk about the long suffering kind of clique of fans, and there's lots of them that we don't know, but like the online ones, he's in that group. Like, man, I used to read and still do. He will post on Twitter like a pregame like preview and just like a Twitter thread. So DPM, if you see this, or excuse me, if you hear this, like, man, I know, like, that's awesome. That I get it. Like, I completely get it. If I'm sure I did the same thing with my kids, or would have done the same thing with my kids if they were younger. And it's awesome to have Johnny here. But like, I get it, man. I mean, like, even Schaefer talks about like Hudson was born right
before they made Memphis.
Right before they made Memphis.
Kept him from Memphis.
He had brought that up on like every pod this week. My son, who was born and selfishly kept me from Memphis.
And then went on the run and hadn't seen him, his life. He hadn't.
It was so cool looking down at you two, and Caleb and I talked about it multiple times up there, especially because Johnny kept jumping around.
Yeah, big things would happen, and we had we found you guys.
Yeah, and it was so easy because once I knew where to look, it was always obvious because it was like something good. There's Johnny jumping in his basketball jersey, and I'm a jumper by the way too, Johnny. If I go to games and I'm feeling pretty good, I'm usually jumping around.
I can't move side to side. I have to go.
You got to go up and down. But we talked about it last night. Like DPM just said, we talk about that stuff, the relationship between the parent and the kid.
Dude, I would have wanted to be the same way. I 100% understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
On that thing, I would have been the same way. You probably get it too, Caleb. You got a young one,
Oh man, already, especially volleyball season, we got a lot more of it. But then it just it continued to where she knew that for me, I'm working while I'm watching it, and it becomes a bonding thing that she knows she can spend more time with me. If there's a 6 o'clock tip, and she goes, okay, well, I want to be in here and watch with you. Yeah. And I'm like, great, because I get to spend more time with her, and she becomes invested in it. She really likes that one of them is Riley's boyfriend.
Bergen Riley,
because her best friend at daycare is named Riley, so she knows from volleyball that one is named.
Only in
Bergen
Nebraska
Riley.
Is the basketball player the volleyball player's boyfriend,
and she's like, which one is Riley's boyfriend? That one. Okay, cool. And that's the end of the conversation. But she knows, and I was like, I'm going on a work trip. I'm going to watch the Huskers, and she's like, if she had her way, she wanted to be here. She wants to go watch these games. She's been in Pinnacle Bank Arena with me. Her first game was the Halloween Alonzo Verge looking the best he was ever.
Colorado game?
The Colorado game. The best he was ever going to play.
That was a better game than what happened today. I would argue.
The first time she walked outside of our apartment was in Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Really?
So she loves awesome. Huskers. So I'm to the point where I'm getting, okay, she's really into this. I love that I get to share this with her, and then she gets excited about it. And then obviously, Jack, I see the way Johnny interacts with you. I see Nora obviously with volleyball and the way they interact. And I'm just like, I'm so pumped for what the next. I don't want her to ever age past what she's at now, but I know that's not the real world. So I'm so excited to see where she goes and how we get to continue to grow her fandom and our relationship and the way all of that grows together.
I will say this, my daughter texted Johnny and I showed Johnny a text from my daughter today. She's 15. She had school today. She was unbelievably disappointed that this was happening. We were mad it was at 11 a.m. She was very disappointed it was at 11 a.m. Two different things I want to say. Number one is I just think for people who are casual sports fans, and I don't mean just women, but I mean anybody who's just a more casual sports fan, there's something about basketball and volleyball, I think, but basketball, that non-football sports where you can see the faces of the players constantly.
Because they don't have helmets on.
That you can get endeared to them more quickly. Football has that problem. Yeah. And I've noticed that with my wife and my daughter. They've still never gotten way into football, but man, they are whole hog into basketball now. And again, I'll go back to it, man. It's just easier to go to the games. It's easier to go to the games, and it still is, even though it's harder.
It's going to get a little bit harder.
Yeah,
now.
it's going to.
Saturday will be a little tough for some people.
It's going to get harder going forward, but I forgot what number 2 was. But anyway,
Nora watched.
Oh yeah,
the game.
So she texted. She I don't know if she convinced really. There's a teacher, and he might be watching this. That's her teacher. That's somebody who follows us. Yeah, shout out Willis. And I don't know if she asked him or he told her he could. She stayed in his class right before lunch, and she stayed through lunch by herself in that room.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love that.
This is my daughter.
I love that.
And a 16-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl, man, I keep aging her an extra year, and sat there and watched the rest of the game and texted Johnny. I showed Johnny a text. I was like, "You proud of your sister?"
Yes, I am, Nora.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's super cool.
I do know there were a lot of schools across the state. My alma mater, it being one of them. My mom sent me a picture, and she goes, "Guess what we're doing right now?" They had it up on the TV. Like I think almost every school in the state at around lunchtime.
Yeah, I would love to see a gallery of that.
Same thing happened with the Baylor game, though.
God.
I was the first person to leave that room after we lost. I was the first person to walk
Here's
out
the other thing that I wanted to say, though, that I just remembered. So remember we had this theory last night. This is sort of a working theory of how Gen Z got so hooked on Nebraska basketball. My theory was during the Doc Sadler era, they were still in Devaney. Tickets were unbelievably cheap. Their parents were the age that they still didn't have, they had seen some success, and so they brought them to games like I have with Johnny. It seemed like we talked to a lot of people. And then the 2014 season hooked them when they were, I don't know, you would have been 10.
First year
in
PBA.
2014. First year PBA in 2014 hooked to them.
Yep.
Can you imagine what today might have done?
Yeah, for sure.
Like might have done for a 10-year-old who was born in 2016. Yeah.
It's going to do a lot.
And the kids who grew up through K-Say too.
Yeah.
Because K-Say so appealed to kids. So like your 8 to 12-year-old now, if you have a kid in that era, like I wonder.
There's a lot of likable players on the roster now.
Right. And it was football for my generation.
Nope.
It was football because we went through.
For the new generation.
Well, we talked about that, how there's almost like a lower entry point, not to minimize the years of going through the not winning an NCAA tournament game, not getting to the NCAA tournament for long stretches of time. But like for the younger generation, there was never okay, here's what this sport does, football, and here's how good it used to be. Basketball didn't have that.
Yeah.
Yes, you had the tournaments that you went to in the 90s, but it wasn't here's how good it used to be. You were never really pointing to that in the same way football was. So you get to the 2010s and you get PBA and you get the 2014 tournament and you follow those things along, and then you get to K-Say and you get this now. Like, this is the good old days.
Yeah,
that's where you're. Well, so that's what they've grown up in, that they've become attached to it.
Right. And they grew up at Pinnacle Bank Arena, where there were, whether or not the seasons were great, but there were big moments happening. And now that they're, like I said, if you're 8 to 12, you've had 2 out of 3 NCAA tournament, those formative years. I heard Dirk talking to Mike Schaefer about this when Dirk was on Unemployed with Mike. And he was kind of saying like those years for him, he's a few years younger than me. And so in 95 to 97 or 94 to 97, 93 to 97, he was in that like 10 to 15. Oh. And maybe that's the best age.
That's the perfect age.
I was a little older, 10 to 58. Those, when you hit something there, it sticks with you.
It's never going to leave.
And like, I think as weird as it is, I think Pinnacle Bank Arena 2014 stuck with kids who were 10 to 15, which is the Gen Z, the kids who are in college now.
Yeah.
And so, but then there's kids 10 years younger than them.
And we're going to keep seeing this now moving forward.
Like it's just interesting to see what it's going to do to the program and the support of the program, because they're not going to think a lot about football.
And that's a conversation I think we're going to have at some point in time.
They're going to think about volleyball and they're going to think about volleyball and if they're volleyball fans, and basketball.
I decided that I would not buy student tickets for football this year.
Oh, wow.
I decided that it wasn't going to be financially worth it for me to pay to go to those games.
Is that why Matt Rule acted weird when I tried to give him 5 today?
Probably word got
because you were with me.
Fine.
It's you. Yeah. You're the one of you two are the problem. I don't know which one. It's not me.
Matt Rule left Dad absolutely hate.
Dude, I realized. I realized I was wearing an I-80 Club shirt.
By the way, we got a $50 super chat from Jean-Claude the Raven. He goes, got canceled by Jack on my Creighton comment, but enjoyed the Sweet 16. Shout out Jean-Claude for that 50 burger.
Wait, what is he talking about?
Remember, that's the guy who wanted a curse word, but he wasn't able to make it because you.
Okay, you got canceled by 2022, Jack.
Yeah,
2023, Jack. I didn't know I was going to be sitting on a couch. It was a different time. I didn't know I was going to be cross-legged, sitting on a couch in Kansas City drinking beer out of a wine glass.
Or Oklahoma City.
Crisscross applesauce.
Also, Mike has
as
hooked
the
us up
woke
again
mob would say.
with a super chat. He says, Caleb, my daughter is 8 weeks from graduating high school. We bonded over basketball for many years. Enjoy these moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys made a core memory today. You and your daughter are going to continue to make core memories, over the course of
Well, you guys saw my FaceTime. I'm walking around. She wants to see all the Star Wars stuff.
Oh, God, I wish I could have intervened.
God, it's so fun.
Your dad
awesome.
should not take you down this road.
Absolutely.
Hey, Georgia's in the NCAA tournament? Oh.
By the way, D'Lo points out to you, Johnny, it's a phenomenal
Good
home
for
schedule.
Japan.
So there you go. Maybe you reconsider it. You can watch a lot of Nebraska losses against good teams in 2026.
That is true. That is.
Have you thought about it from
that's a
that
poll.
perspective?
Yeah, I have not thought about it, but I will consider it.
All right.
St. Louis with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Should we get back to the
How did one guy get that popular one year and then you never heard about him and he still plays?
Robbie Avila.
All right, back to the voicemails
ahead.
we go. Here is another one.
Hey, Jack. Hey, everyone. This is Taylor from South Carolina. I feel like Bill Pullman in Independence Day, right after Randy Quaid flies his jet right into the mothership and explodes it. Bill Pullman turns around and goes, he did it. The son of a bitch did it. And that's how I feel about Nebraska basketball. They did it. Those sons of bitches did it. Go Big Red.
What a call.
What a call.
Our listeners are, man.
Godspeed.
I thought he was going to say, in the words of Randy Quaid's character, up yours. That's what I thought he was going to go with. But I like the son of a bitch did it too.
I'm back.
Did we just stumble on the best, the I-80 Club voicemail line, the best thing?
Yeah. Now, how do you feel about this? Because you're famously anti-caller on postgame show.
You are too.
Because you don't know when it's going to end.
Don't put that on me.
But I'm just pointing out that you are famously anti-caller.
Well, how do you feel? Let me turn this around.
I'm
on you.
enjoying the voicemails. I'm having a great time.
I'm enjoying them too.
It is quite
Let's
interesting.
just
The biggest issue is that you don't always remember the phone number.
What is it, Dad?
402-819-8030. If you,
with a question mark.
That's because I'm thinking of the football players.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
402.
Don't put a question mark at the end of the phone number.
You know you can't put a question mark.
I did a mnemonic to remember the football players, but I used Daryl Lisey, who was a tight end in the early 90s that no one knows but me. I hope Daryl Lisey calls.
Maybe he will. By the way, shout out to Taylor for that call, and shout out to Taylor
thanks,
because
Taylor.
eventually we're going to re-release the Groin Kick Chronicles. That is our next project after this huge project.
That's who it is.
Yeah,
Taylor.
of course it's Taylor from South Carolina. What other Taylors in South Carolina do you know?
Okay, calm down. I just heard South Carolina. I didn't put two and two. Taylor's awesome.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Taylor, it's going to be hot. It's going to be a record high in Lincoln on Saturday.
Wow. What are you trying to do?
Talking
getting tight in the pants? Hey, Taylor, do you want to hear about the weather in Lincoln? It's going to be toasty.
I think he likes weather.
Probably does. All right, let's get back to the voicemail line.
Oh, baby, we are number one. We are number one. I've been waiting my whole life, for 34 years for this. Born in 1991, I seem like I've been a bad luck to Nebraska my whole life. But now that's changed. Let's go Big Red. I love you, Jack. I love you, freaking I-80 Club. Let's go Big Red. Let's go win the national championship.
The best. Didn't even get to say he didn't ever say his name, so I didn't.
No, he didn't. Yeah, we don't know who that was. I want to shout out on one of these. It's always I love you, Jack.
That's because I set this up.
It's never like Josh. You're pretty cool too.
Here's why I leave the voice. You can leave.
I love you, Jack, and also Josh.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you can leave for our show tomorrow night. You can leave the voicemail message.
Remember, we're not doing one tomorrow night. We're going.
I know, but I kind of like these if we just sit on the couch and do this.
Remember Bricktown. Actually, go hang out.
When we get back.
Bricktown.
When we get back
at midnight.
Okay, Grandma. Wow.
But also, like the longer we do this, the more I'm enjoying this setup.
Why weren't we in here last night? We made a big mistake of sitting at a table.
Josh, this does not feel like getting up at 5 a.m. and doing a radio. Like this is what we'd be doing anyway.
And tomorrow,
Speaking of which, I need to pee. All
right.
Can you guys talk for a while? I don't want to miss it.
I can't even play any of the phone calls.
Okay. Well,
we can drink the bourbon while he's gone.
Get into
right?
it. Talk about the sponsor.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You know what? This is a great time to talk about the fine supporters of the I-80 Club. And we, of course, begin with Husker Power Products. Good Lord. I-80 Club Roadshow, Dancing with the Skers is brought to you by Husker Power Products. You can get more information on engines and the like at huskerpowerproducts.com. Jack said it earlier. Just go buy an engine. Do you need an engine? Go buy an engine. HuskerPowerProducts.com.
They'll help you out, and they'll service one if you got it too.
They will absolutely do that. We appreciate them. We saw Joe and his dad earlier today. We had an awesome time chatting with them. Super appreciative of their support here as we travel down to Oklahoma City. Also, thank you to our community partners, iSurgical Associates, Fleet Feet Lincoln, 5-Star Bass Solutions, Lincoln Symphony Orchestra, Look Architectural Coatings, Pinnacle Bank Arena, Sandstone Wealth Management, The Still, Sutton, Linder, and Sutton. Visit Lincoln and 1620 The Zone. We'll be simulcasting again on Saturday for the Nebrasketball Hour post-game show after Nebraska and Vandy. Still waiting, by the way, on that tip time. We have not learned that, at least that I have seen just yet. I imagine Caleb is following and paying attention to things closer.
Let me check the emails. I always get the best emails. Nothing but the best emails.
You get the best emails. Also, we want to give a big thank you to the road crew, Lincoln, Corey, Gerren, Mark, Bret, Reese, Erik. Yeah, let's give Bret another shout out. Say Bret's name again. Thank you. Jordan, Bruce, Lindsay, Joe, and
One-Eyed Eddy Sports Bar.
Thank you very much
Greeley
for buying hoodies when it was going to be 100 degrees. It was going to be 100 degrees. We had zero idea that it was going to do that. As usual, we don't read comments unless they're supers, but when I get a compliment about my look.
Or if we just enjoy it.
Well, this is Ian. Ian has made all of our music, so this is going to be totally fine.
Speaking of that music, I just want that intro on a loop for a friggin' hour, dude.
In my
Are you talking about
the DJ set?
Are you talking about this one right here?
God forbid a white boy get a little motion in here.
That's pretty tight. Ian says, Josh, it looks like you have a super long beard. It looks awesome. You should grow a super long beard. I've thought about it. I've tried. It's just, interesting. It's like annoying. The upkeep is annoying when it starts getting really long. That said, I'm growing my hair out. I've gotten many. I don't know if they're compliments or at the very least acknowledgments.
People feel like they should say something.
They're like, "Wow, your hair is long."
It's really long.
They never say if it's good or bad. They just say your hair is long.
I think.
Yeah, it's so curly.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
You're just jealous.
He is. He's jealous of long curly hair.
Hey, I'm getting losing. I'm doing less facial hair these days.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it recently. You need to bring back the beard.
No, I don't. It's too gray, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy with myself.
Connor got a screenshot of you in front of the camera. That's pretty good.
David, look at me shouting out my wife's employer too. Nice.
David writes, slap a parental advisory stamp on that. Yeah, that's an album cover right there. Parental advisory.
All right, rocking the new Nebraska.
Parental advisory. What's the number one single? The first single dropping off of that? 402-819-8030.
With that beat behind it.
Hit it.
That song is a banger.
Bruce writes, Josh's hair looks great. I too am jealous. Oh, thank you, Bruce. There we go. Now those are the kind of Discord comments that I'm happy to read.
Bruce, let's just focus on the menu.
All right, that's true. He did say he'll cook for us earlier. All right, let's get back to the voicemails now that Jack is done peeing. Here we go.
Hey, Jack. Big fan for a long time. We're Facebook friends, and I live in Topeka, Kansas now. I grew up in Cook. But before that, I was in Kansas as a youngster, and a friend of mine introduced me to Husker sports, and so I followed them. I've been a fan of Nebraska basketball for, since the late 70s. When Joe Cipriano was the coach, and Jerry Fort and Brian Banks, I remember all those guys. So there's been a lot of pain that you can relate to through the years, and man, today was special. And I knew it would be, but it grabbed me. About halftime, I started to feel the emotions, and this is really big. I mean, Nebraska. There's no place like Nebraska, as we all know. But I tried to share that with everybody I know. But it was evident today in the crowd and in the way the guys played and Coach Hoiberg and his relationship with the state. I mean, it's just, today was monumental, and nobody can take this away from us.
Yep.
And it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of pain, like I said, but it was all worth it because of today. And it's just, I mean, sports is the elixir to life, and today proved it again. Appreciate you and all you do and all the guys there and the media in Nebraska and the fans. I'm at a loss for words right now, but this is a big day, and nobody can take it from us. Thank you, and GDR always.
Dude, lost
awesome.
for words, man. He said sports is the elixir for life.
It's good. That's
Not
a good
wrong.
call.
Yeah,
That's
good.
freaking,
that's
a great call. Man, I especially, we talk about how long I talk about all the time, going back to the mid 80s, but man, there are people another 10 years on me.
Yeah.
Who went to, I mean, losing an NCAA game. And, it's just, man, it was, I can't imagine another 10 years of that. Good Lord. It was a lot as it was.
Isn't it always
Man.
wild when you think about that with like the Red Sox fans where it's like, yeah, I'm 45 and I can't believe, and then you got like an older person like, bro, I've been watching them since 1920.
We had the caller yesterday who was talking about the Cipriano teams.
Yep.
And like, that's crazy. Like we went back to that 1969 team.
Nice.
That was the one that was ranked in the top 10, one of the other ones that have been ranked in the top 10. And like, that was when the NCAA tournament was, I think 16, I believe. And Nebraska looked like they were cruising to it, and they fell apart. It was like a modern day Nebraska groin kick fall apart situation. I went back and read a bunch of the articles about it, and it was
can't wait to get that groin kick chronicle.
Yeah, like
coming summer of 2028.
They had a game against Kansas, and I read an oldie time article about it, and it was like, could this be the national champion? Could this be the national championship game?
That was 66, right? Is that what you said it was?
Was it 66? I said 69. 66 is probably right.
Oh, my bad. No, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I said 69. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking 69, but I could be wrong. But it was when they were in the top 10. That was the time that
I think it was before the Michigan State game this year, right? Where it was like,
that was when everyone was talking about
the biggest home game.
Somebody look it up and tell me.
66.
They played, if I recall correctly from my history, they played Kansas and
they did, and that started
and then
the
that game,
that year,
and then again that game, and then they lost to Kansas at home, and then I think they maybe lost to Colorado, and they got snubbed from the tournament.
Yeah.
They didn't make the tournament even that year.
Like
and they were talking about them as a national championship contender that year.
Incredible. We just got another super chat. Shout out to you, Dramatic Nickel 5, who writes, as a fellow Gen Zer that graduated from UNL in 2025, Nebrasketball was the highlight of my college career. Thank you, K-Say, but I will forever be a Nebraska football fan. Down that whiskey. Yeah, we still haven't even opened it up.
There you go. I know.
You came back in the room with a bunch of beer.
I thought, listen, it's a little easier to, who knows what happens after we pop that open.
Who knows what happens after
I can do these a long time.
A lot of voicemails to go through. A lot of voicemails. That's true, Johnny. We still
and who
have
knows how many more that we have.
We have 10 more. Well, yeah, you haven't even looked at your computer. All right, while you do that, Jack, let's play another one.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Josh. Hi, Caleb.
Hello.
Hi, Johnny. It's Mike Stibbs. I want to tell you how happy I am for you guys and how much fun it looks like you're having and how jealous I am of it. I hope the Star Wars house is bopping. I will be watching. I'm seeing John Mulaney tonight, but I will get home and turn on the stream, and hopefully you're still going. And you've got me so jealous that I am contemplating hopping in a car and driving to Oklahoma City tomorrow or Saturday.
Do it
right
you'll
here.
even get to see me.
Stibbs.
Might need
I've got a
to
weird
stay, so if there's a Star Wars couch in the Star Wars house, that'd be cool. But we'll see how that goes. I'm so happy for you. This is so cool. I know how this feels.
Dude.
I love you guys. Goodbye.
Stibbs, we love you.
Yes.
Stop by.
You got to play. We'll make it happen. You sleep here, man.
We will.
I'll sleep on the couch. Stibbs can sleep in the room with Johnny.
Perfect.
I love that guy.
By the way, Matt says if we get to $100 in super chats that we should open the bourbon. If that is what we agree, we're like $3 away from being
all right, I'll open the bourbon.
All right, cool. So
my ice is melting.
Yeah.
Hey, how are my Death Star ice cubes doing?
They do not freeze that fast.
You don't know how cold that freezer is.
Do you know how science works?
He doesn't. Do we have extra?
Listen, another one of these COVID science guys. Unbelievable.
Classic. Stibbs.
I did my own research on ice.
Stibbs, we would love to have you. We would absolutely adore to have you.
Poll question: should Stibbs come stay in the Star Wars house?
Yes.
Don't tell the person who runs this, but yes, or I'll tell them and I'll pay the extra.
Oh yeah, crap. Maybe they're watching the stream right now.
Yeah, they're getting some freaking good marketing. Don't worry, Josh. This is my wheelhouse.
If I have one piece of advice for the Star Wars house owners, the lights are a little flickery.
Also, have someone clean the grill.
We were so excited last night to
and we would like to have Stibbs.
It's a wonderful time.
It's great. We'd like to have Stibbs stay with us, and I'll call me.
Yeah,
I did a little negotiation with them earlier.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's get to another voicemail.
Hey, Jack. It's Dave Fight. Gosh, where to begin? In elementary school, I remember how they played New York, when Nebraska made it qualify for the NIT semifinals.
Yes, I did too.
It felt like it was big time. I went out in the driveway and pretended I was Dave Hoppin. I am not. One of the first games that I ever saw in person was the Bo Reed upset of the Danny and the Miracles Kansas team.
Yep.
That was the day I learned that Nebraska fans are passionately thirsty for a winner. Going to that game with my dad, here it is. I'll always remember. Ooh, all right, back to it. Okay, in college, I never missed a game. We had to show up 90 minutes early, and it was towards the apex of the knee era. Fortunately, by my senior year, an usher named Ray, he put his jacket over the seats where we liked to sit behind the other team's bench. Apparently, he really liked how we heckled the opposing teams and coaches. So that was just an absolute thrill. Admittedly, I kind of checked out during the Barry Collier era. Gosh, those teams they were so boring, and it just felt hopeless. I love Doc Sadler, but he just couldn't get the talent to be able to do something. I wanted to believe in the Tim Miles era. No Sit Sunday was the first game I ever attended at PBA. But again, I knew he couldn't get Nebraska over the hump. I was close, very, very close to publishing something calling for Fred to be fired when it was clear that team had no identity, no plan, and there was little hope within the fan base. Really glad I didn't do that, even if I really didn't fully believe until the 23-24 season. This season has just been an absolute dream, and I've tried to soak in every single moment of it. No matter what happens from here on out, it truly has been the greatest basketball season of my life. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity for fans to share their thoughts and feelings. Nebrasketball fandom can often feel really lonely and unrewarding. These messages have proven just how many people truly, deeply care about this program. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dave.
Dave.
By the way,
Man,
Dave
that guy's
commented
great.
in the Discord that was the fourth time that he cried today when he was on the phone with us.
That was a great call. That was a great call. By the way, Dave has, and I haven't read it yet. He tagged me because I saw he had already. It's like when somebody is eventually going to die, they write their obituary before it happens. Dave had this story like partially written. He had it written, and I don't know how much he did today. I don't want to say I haven't had a chance to read it yet because, like I said, I've been doing nonstop. But I'm going to lay in bed after this is over and read everything, including all the memes, which I haven't even looked at yet. But you know, Josh, how I keep pulling out the Bob Costas meme.
Oh yeah,
it sounds like I think Dave wrote.
He used it. Yeah,
he used it. Have you guys read it yet or seen it?
No, I haven't had a chance to read the
either.
story yet.
Yeah,
I've only read one story from today so far, and that was Should Tell. So I'm looking forward tomorrow to diving.
Oh, what do you have? Oh yeah, you told me.
His was really good. His was really good. By the way, boys, get the ice, get the glasses, because Shane drops us a super, writes Bourbon. Chance writes filter won't allow that fateful day in September. Apparently, Jack is not allowed for any 9/11 commentary in the YouTube chat. Very interesting. And then Jim says, "So damn happy, Creighton buddy is miserable. Drink that bourbon dry."
All right, here we go.
All right, we'll be opening up the bourbon.
And by the way, I got it to match the bourbon that Aaron from our community partner, the Still.
Yep.
He gave me that bottle when I came in this summer to pick up our softball jerseys because he sponsored our softball team.
Nice.
And he gave me a bottle of this Weller, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to I don't know if it's divine providence. God moves bourbon in mysterious ways, but I went to the shelf and it was like the first thing on the shelf. And I don't know anything about it.
Amazing to find in
about bourbon.
The worst place to buy alcohol in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, terrible. It's no still.
Just a terrible liquor store.
No still. That's what they're all saying.
No, but they do. I like, I like to believe it was right there on the front and at a very good price, I thought, too. So.
Yeah. How's the opening process?
Not good so far.
It also turns out Caleb was right about the science thing. The ice.
Is it not? Oh, interesting.
Tomorrow night, Death
Tomorrow
Star
I don't know. I
ice.
heard the jury's still out on science.
Tomorrow, are we setting this up in a little hot tub?
Oh,
What
the hot tub voicemail show.
Wow. Interesting. By the way, Jack, it seems as though you have missed another one of our fine supporters buying the hoodies. Either you did or maybe I did. Shout out Connor. Connor, who is another member of our road crew. We did a bad job of trying to keep track of everybody. I guess we had like an 85% hit rate.
He was on the spreadsheet.
To be fair, you asked a random person if they were a Connor today.
I did?
Yeah, you were like, hey, it was a no block, no rock.
Oh, yeah. Did I tell you about that, Jack? Oh, you weren't there. I thought that I saw Connor from NBNR because of the mustache. I was like, hey, Connor. And the guy looked at me and I was like, are you not Connor? And he goes, no. And I
but I saw actually. But then
we saw actual Connor.
We saw that
I
a little later.
I hugged actual Connor.
I felt like
when I hugged him, I wanted to lift him up.
I felt like a huge.
Shout out, no block,
will
no rock.
Lift you
Let's go.
Mike. We saw them all.
Are we going neat? Are we not even going?
Mine kind of my ice melted, but that's all right. It'll soften it up a little bit.
Jean Claude writes, a super chat has hit the second tower. Good Lord. But we have to read them because he gave us a super chat. I'm hanging out with a different group of friends that doesn't make these types of jokes is what I'm learning right now. Over the course of the last few minutes.
Whoa.
My algorithm on Instagram is quite interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, I won't show it to anybody. All right. Thank you to everybody who hooked us up, and thank you, Johnny, as well. All right. Should we get back to the voicemails, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
That hurts so good.
I'm awake now.
Oh, baby. Oh, man.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, Jack. It was like whether you woke up in Nebraska this morning or you woke up in Oklahoma. The sun was shining and God was telling us, this is your day, kids. And then to see it happen. And the best part was to watch Rink and the team walk over to KP, Rink giving KP a hug.
I didn't even see that.
Yep.
Just so much emotion. From watching as a kid, watching my dad get excited the first year we made the NCAAs and watching that game with him, watching all the other losses and being so defeated as an adult to today. Doesn't matter anymore. We're in, baby, and we're moving on. Have a great time in Oklahoma and go Big Red.
I love it.
Awesome.
Did she say her name?
No, she didn't. That was a great call. That was a great call.
I love it. I love it. Daughters and dads, too.
Daughters and dads, man. Daughters and dads. McMaster is hanging out in our Discord server.
Matt McMaster. You
Look at that guy. He's drinking Miller Lite.
Let's
He's
go.
been, very much
Where's the
supportive of you.
cat?
Yeah.
Did he just get electric?
Where does Matt McMaster and the Cat fall in the great moments of the I-80 Club?
I replied to it that he looks like he frequents a pawn shop.
Top 10.
Is Matt McMaster and the Cat top 10?
Top 10.
Might be top 5.
Johnny, do you mind if I ask for a couple ice cubes?
Oh yeah, of course. Also, can we chip in to get McMaster some not wired earbuds?
Yeah, what's going on there? He looks like he's
Is it
100.
2013?
Yeah, he's using iPod headphones. It's a tough look, Jack. It's a tough look.
Dang.
Matt, you're looking great, though. We want to give a shout-out before we get back to the voicemails to everybody who has helped get us here, whether it is our community partners, the I-80 Club Road Crew, or Husker Power Products, who has been so generous in their support of the I-80 Club, and we very much appreciate it. We would not be here without them, and so that has been absolutely awesome. Caleb and Maya, waiting for you to get back to play the next voicemail.
Probably.
All right, cool. So we'll wait for that.
No,
Jack,
first of all, I want to give Husker Power Products a little bit more love because once again, they're based out of Hastings, but they serve ag industry, serve the manufacturing industry as well. And I'll admit, like I don't know a lot about the engines. But what I do know is that is a business that they built up, John alone out there in Ainsworth, right? And now it is the full family business there. But when you've got these Nebraska family businesses that that quality matters, and quality is going to matter to them. And I'll vouch for them. I'll vouch for those guys. And I hung out with them a bunch today. And so like you're in manufacturing, you're in ag, right? You're doing irrigation. You're doing, they're driving they got a crew that's going out at all hours to these places and they're doing the work that they need to keep those pivots going. So I'm super excited that those are the guys that made this happen, because I just think it fits so well with Husker Power Products, and super excited to be associated with them as well. And then, like you said, all the community partners. It's so that's why we call it community partners. Like we wanted, listen, I get it. Like podcasts, and if like BetterHelp or whatever, I know they run their commercials and there's a whole bunch of like the usual suspects, but we wanted to make sure we were going local, and talking about people like we knew, Jeff, like I want to shout out Jeff Mall at Visit Lincoln.
Yeah. Let me give you a shout out.
Go ahead.
The Look Architectural Coatings, that is my youth pastor from when I was a kid, Mike LaFave. And I reached out to him super last minute because not needed, but we wanted a banner. We asked for a banner and turned it around. I'm serious, because we didn't know that we were going to be doing the show from upstairs, outside, with the ability to have anything behind us until, 2 days ago, Jack? 3 days ago? Yep. I sent him a text during a commercial break of my radio show this week, and I said, hey.
Because I made you.
Here's what's going on. Is there any possibility? And he said, done. And the next day, I stopped by his office to pick up the banner. And so, you look up and down our list of community partners, and it is personal relationships.
Imagine if you're a real company.
Fleet Feet Lincoln, Lori, she has been so vital to me as a runner over the last few years,
No doubt. Yeah.
All the people.
I met with them there and got I got weird stuff with my feet, and I ran did my walk of shame. They did my shoes for them. Yeah. They did. They put me on the little machine. It reads at the bottom of your feet, and
3D scan your feet, baby.
A bunch of great local businesses. And look, Pinnacle Bank Arena, man. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
How many people have been talking about the arena over the course of the last few days? The memories and everything.
Yeah, check out, and they got continue to get good concert lineups too, which I told you they would.
And, we've been giving all sorts of shout outs to everybody who is part of our road crew. But in all seriousness, too, like all the supers that we've gotten, I have 2 more now to read, including this one from 308 Husk, who says obligatory comment about how this Nebrasketball win affects the football team, laughing while crying emoji, which is your favorite emoji, Jack. And then Chris, another 50 bomb. Chris comes in and says, I'll start the Top Shelf Bourbon Fund. Saturday night, we're headed to the Sweet 16. Long time coming.
Saturday
we deserve
night.
this. Enjoy, gentlemen. #.
Somebody needs to tell us what to get.
Yeah.
This is my first bourbon, and I have to say it's
horrible.
What a baby!
I'm gonna drink it. I know it's. I'm gonna put her on. Your
Don't
chest.
drink it then.
Tastes like jet fuel.
Get Johnny a Bartles and James.
Oh,
my
that is
gosh.
awesome, Johnny.
I'll stick with my master.
There we go.
You would have loved original Formula 4 Loco.
Oh my gosh, Johnny, that is. I just marked that on the StreamYard because it was so funny. That was absolutely perfect.
Clip that.
I look forward.
That's how we do that, right?
I look forward in like 10 years. You're going to be like, man, I was an idiot.
Johnny will be like,
I just turned 20.
I like a fine bourbon.
I remember being 21. I think we all do.
Nobody was drinking bourbon at 21.
So,
what are you, a Creighton fan?
So, thank you to
get him some red wine.
By the way, Johnny
he likes red wine.
Johnny is getting roasted in the chat.
Yeah.
Connor, he shows so much promise. Taylor, get this man a hard seltzer. Someone get Johnny some Malort. Keena writes, "Oh,
Boom
Johnny,
roasted.
oh,
Boom roasted.
Johnny,
Boom roasted.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Get him.
I
Get him.
apologize.
And now Connor posts a picture of Jack from earlier. That's an all-timer.
I can't even see what that is. I look like a blob. I don't see myself.
That's your leg. Look, your shirt. You got your shirt over there.
Wow, it looks like things are blurred out. It's weird.
All right, let's get back to the voicemail, shall we? We have
That is
just
a wild freaking picture.
It's myself, and I didn't recognize it.
There's so much happening.
all right, back to the
Is that a Banksy?
back to the,
Frame
what a
it.
reference.
Frame it. Frame it.
What
Sell
a
it.
reference.
Proceeds
Hey,
to
you know
the
what?
I-80
Now,
Club.
you get more money for that than you did.
Caleb,
this
nice
Houston
picture
game.
today, by the way, from the 18th deck.
Can't take that away from me.
Can't take you can take what you want away from Caleb and Josh. You can put them as far away as you want, but Caleb will beat you with photography.
That's why I wasn't joking that when the roof came off that place, I was going to be the first to go.
That picture was like frameable.
You got to get
It
behind
was gorgeous.
me. You gotta
Those
get
are
behind
great.
me.
Pictures. Look up Caleb's Twitter.
All right, perfect.
You probably don't follow him, but
Who?
If you don't know the Twitter, send a text to 402-819-8030.
Hey, do we have any new voicemails coming in there?
we had a few. We had a couple.
Oh God, because we still have 7 to go. We're moving at a.
I'm having fun.
We're moving at a glacier.
Hey,
pace
are you
right
not
now.
having fun? Are you in a hurry to go to bed? You don't have to do a show tomorrow
I'm
morning.
having a great time. No, you have to hop on the Connor Happer show in the 7
Oh,
o'clock hour.
God. Are you going to bitch about the wireless that works great for me?
Yeah, what?
It's just that room.
I like
So,
how triggered Jack got about me complaining about the Airbnb wireless. He's like yelling at me.
He was the big bad wolf. He was like, "I'll blow this door down."
Yeah,
Did you lock the door?
Good. No, I just closed
No,
it.
your door was locked.
It was
Oh, really?
locked,
Yeah,
weirdo.
you lock- when you close it, it must just lock.
My door doesn't lock.
Interesting. Well, good
That
to
I know.
Good to know.
No,
All right.
not good to know that my door doesn't
I was
lock.
like,
I don't
what?
like the way you said that.
No, good to know my door.
I was like, what kind of an interview is this?
All right, back to the voicemails. Here we go.
Hey, Jack. This is Dylan. I was at the game today, and I cried after the game was over. I was with one of my buddies, my really good buddies from school. I'm in med school right now, and I've had season tickets for Nebraska basketball for a while, and to see this win, I'm a fourth-year student. This is probably the last year that I'm going to get to go to games like these on a regular basis, go to all the games that I went to, which about 5 or 6 road games, went to a bunch of home games. This win is everything to me, to be able to experience this in person, this ride that we've been on this season, to get 27 wins, most in program history, right before I'm about to start residency, and just to be able to experience it all, firsthand, see the most games that I've been to, and, all my life as a Nebraska fan. Everybody grows up being a football fan for Nebraska. Nobody really cares about the basketball program. Everybody wants to cut funding for the basketball program, not to name names. Everybody wants to support football. Basketball is kind of an afterthought. I'm from Indiana. It's basketball state. I grew up on basketball. One of my friends, dogged me for years and years and years for supporting this team. Never seeing a win. Going through college, I went to IU for undergrad, still supporting Nebraska. I went to Nebraska in the student sections at basketball games, at football games, any sporting event where IU played Nebraska. I was in the student section wearing Nebraska.
Let's go.
This win is absolutely everything to me, and I love what you guys do for the I-80 radio show. I love what you guys do for a bunch of other networks. I tune in every time for an after Nebrasketball or any of the weekly shows. So I just wanted to chime in, say thank you guys, and this win means the world to me and many others. Go Big Red.
Man,
awesome.
Wearing
What
the
a call,
Husker stuff
man.
in Indiana, man. That's a fascinating story, isn't it?
Yeah. What a call.
Fascinating story from Indiana. Went to Indiana for undergrad.
That's crazy.
Came here for med school and turned into a Husker fan. Is that what he said? Is that right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome. He can do surgery on me anytime.
We got a super chat from Justin. Can we?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Can we see Johnny and Jack do beer chugging contest?
Shotgun contest. People have been asking for it in the comments.
Maybe
If you give Jack a seltzer, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Wrong person.
Give this guy a neutral, and then he'll hammer it.
Johnny, I don't
He'll
know
put
if you're
that
allowed to
neutral
do
in.
any
Johnny,
roasting
I
of your
think-
dad
I
right
think-
now
I
after
think
the whole
he-
bourbon conversation.
I think the game is over
I'm on your
that
side,
one.
Jack. By the way,
Weird.
my wife posted in the
My
Discord.
wife.
She's quoting herself. You don't get to hump your bed just because your dad is gone. Is something I just said out loud. Freaking Banks.
Here's the thing. I didn't know the context of that. And I was like, so because Jack is going to sleep on the couch and Johnny's in the room, I'm confused about what the conversation
Mr.
is.
Banks.
Mr. Banks.
Mr. Banks. Oh,
It
wow.
had
Is
nothing
he
to do with
peeing?
Stib. It had nothing to do with
Peeing again?
Stibs coming.
He's peeing.
What did I do?
I have a sixth sense of humor. So
Oh.
you said something about Stibs coming, and so I was. just
Oh,
wondering where it was
wow.
going. That's what I said. I have a sixth sense of humor.
Well, this got
Jeez,
real
we
after
re-
dark.
we
By the way,
really-
we are only 3 minutes until quiet hours.
Oh crap! See, we're gonna have to be quiet.
That's
now.
for like out of doors. By the way, that
Say
hot
out of doors?
that hot tub's not going to sit in itself.
Yeah. You're the one who wanted us to keep doing a podcast. Do you
No,
want
I
to do a
don't.
podcast?
Wait, we're not doing the hot tub tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's a tomorrow thing.
Maybe I'll do it myself.
Nice.
Okay.
I got
We're
three.
waiting for Johnny to get back.
I do
before
have
we play
three
the
more.
next one.
How do you want me to get you these? I got three
You
more
could- You
voicemails.
could just email them to me, Jack, like you did.
Why
earlier.
don't you just tell me what
Why
they
don't you
say?
Just tell me what voicemails you want me to play.
But the process isn't really an email process. It's I put it in
drop
Google
it in the
Drive.
Google Drive. Yeah, just put them in there.
In the same folder.
Yeah.
This computer isn't connected.
Okay.
Drop.
All right,
Drop
perfect.
it like it's hot.
All right, let's get back to the voicemails. Here we go.
Hey, Jack. My name is Dave. I thought about leaving this message when you originally put it out, and I kind of didn't. But now it's after the game, but I kind of still want to share kind of what you requested. So I think I'm about your age. I grew up in western Nebraska. Listening to Nebraska on the radio, listening to guys, like Jack Moore, Anthony Bayless, Derek Vick, Richard Van Poelgeest, all those guys playing.
Man,
I finally
Poelgeest.
got to go to my first game when my brother was in college. I think probably like 88, 89, when Mitch Richmond came to town, and I think they beat us pretty bad. But I ended up going to the University of Nebraska for college, 1990 to 94. Obviously, a great period to be a Nebraska basketball fan. The year with Scales and Rich King and Farmer and all those guys. I thought it was going to be the year. I remember, getting to games super early as the season wore on because you had to as a student in order to get seats. I remember when we beat Michigan State and rushing onto the floor and hugging to Priest Owens and then, and so on. And so it was a great period. So time moved on. I graduated, stayed in Lincoln, kept getting seats, season tickets way up in the, I think they were like $99 way up in the bleachers.
We had those.
Eventually moved to Gretna, gave up season tickets, but, always wanted to one day make my way back there for season tickets. By the grace of my best friend, we ended up, when Pinnacle Bank opened, we ended up getting seats like third row, down low. And so for the past 12 years, I've enjoyed, going through all the good times and the bad times with Nebraska basketball at PVA, attending almost every game. But as far as what it'll mean to me. I can just say, after the game's now over. Hard to describe. It just means the world. Can't put it into words. Wish I could, but it's just incredible moment to have that off our back. Hopefully,
Oh no!
I hate when that we got it, man.
3-minute warning is.
We're gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna have to buy the.
You're gonna have either you're gonna do that or you're gonna have to in the message that you leave tell them it has to be under 3 minutes.
Part 2.
No, I appreciate the call, man. He named some.
Oh man,
some deep. He named Richard Van Poelgeest, who is the rank master of the '80s. He was.
His bad knees and he lumbered.
He was
up the
Dutch.
floor.
He was Dutch. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. No, well, could you tell Van Poelgeest?
Sounded like.
Are you even Dutch? Do you even Dutch, bro?
You even Dutch, bro? Oh, that's
And
a good
the
reference.
Dutch.
Good reference there, Jack.
Yeah.
doesn't know what
I
that is.
added the 3. Do you even lift, bro?
Okay, no. Shut up.
And it seems like you don't. Anyway,
Are they in the
yeah, they're in the new folder.
the Thursday night voicemails one?
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for making that call, man. Sorry you got cut off.
Yeah, that sucks at the very end there.
The
All
first 3 minutes were great.
They really were.
St. Louis is beating the tar out of Georgia.
By the way, have you guys
Holy
been
cow.
watching this Gonzaga game? There are
yeah.
no points being scored
None.
in this one right now. Look at the score. 4.5 minutes to go.
Jeez.
All right, we just have a handful of voicemails to go before I add the new batch in. Here we go.
Hello, I am calling while on a walk in some beautiful weather after enjoying that amazing Nebraska win in the most insane way. I would have never predicted that is how we would get the first tournament win. I was just calling just to say thank you to the I-80 Club and to all that you guys do. I grew up in Nebraska, family in Nebraska, but nobody is passionate about Nebraska sports as I am. And none of my family gets it. I woke up this morning so nervous, my stomach in knots. My whole family is just like, what are you talking about? It's just a basketball game. Get over it. So I want to thank you guys for making this community, for like-minded people, for a place where I don't seem crazy, for being on the verge of throwing up when the time starts, when the ball was tipped. So thank you for all you guys do. Go Big Red.
We handled the crazy for you.
Excellent phone call.
Man,
That was
Josh,
great.
just a moment.
Yeah.
That call that just happened,
Yeah.
can you imagine if we would have heard that in 2022?
I would not have understood what happened. I truly.
Like, I'm just having a moment, man.
I know,
like,
man.
like that call.
4 years ago for you guys that you're getting phone calls. 1, after an NCAA tournament win,
Yep.
and 2, in Oklahoma City at a Star Wars house,
Right.
and 3, thank you for creating this community.
Yeah.
Which was exactly, the way she described it. Like, that's what we were talking about.
And I think Jack said it at some point recently. I think we may have been having a meeting. Maybe it was just us two, or maybe we were talking to a potential sponsor, but it was talking to somebody and saying, yeah, and now we're kind of built on Nebraska basketball and volleyball, which is obviously not what I thought we were getting into when we started on day one. Like, that's not what I thought the I-80 Club was going to be about. Jack, one of the things that he mentioned early on was, I want a place that is about community. And I just wanted to do a podcast with Jack. I wanted to hang out with Jack more. And now here we are, almost 4 years later, coming upon our 4-year anniversary in July, making a trip, raising funds, getting community partners, and being able to do what we were able to do. And building a thing where Jack can read a phone number off 100 times because he keeps forgetting it until he turns it into a song.
819 30
8030.
8030.
And suddenly we're an hour and a half in, playing all these calls, responding to all these calls, talking about all these calls, and getting ready for another fun day and then another day of basketball. Like, I truly could not have seen this coming.
And I loved what she said. Like, nobody gets it.
Yep.
Nobody gets it that I'm around.
Yeah.
That's who I wanted to be here for.
We get it.
The diaspora, as you might say, of the Nebraska fans, whether geographically, whether just socially, whether it's your own family, or maybe you're around all kinds of people, or maybe you feel like, you could use some friends. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Like that's the thing. You've got, and I'm not trying to toot our horn compared to others that are out there. There's a lot of great, better content creators than me. They're going to be, I can name you 20 people who have better things to say than I do, but I get how you feel. Yeah. Like, I get how you feel tonight. I feel that way. And like, that is the difference that, like, that's what I wanted to provide for people and connect them with people who feel that way. Like, that was the whole thing. And the way that's coming together the last 2 nights, Josh, man, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, hearing that call. And listen, like, it doesn't matter, but from a female, like,
well, I'm happy you said that, because I wanted to read these 2 comments, and one of them is from my wife, and she says, I think getting a bunch of millennials and Gen Xers to willingly leave voicemails that they know will be listened to by strangers is the ultimate testament to how much people love Nebrasketball. But Laura followed up and also said, on a serious note, I appreciate the I-80 Club being a welcoming place for women.
Yep.
Like,
and Laura lives in Northwest Iowa.
Yeah. Like,
I got to meet her in Sioux Falls with her kids, took pictures with her kids, and I love that. Like, I love, man, and you got to shout out some of the OGs, which are Reese, Keena.
Yep.
Right? You got to shout out Royals Girl.
Remember, the first time we met Royals Girl, she came to a gathering that was basically all dudes and Keena.
Yep.
Like, that's all it was.
But they fit right in.
Yep. And
they fit right in.
The internet can be a very unwelcoming place to a lot of women, and that sucks, especially in the sports space. And one of the things that I have always taken great pride in the I-80 Club is that it is not like that.
And we love women.
But we do love women.
Yes.
But not in the bad way. Like, it's in all seriousness, it's great. Like, that they can come in and shoot the shit. Like, who is the funniest person in the I-80 Club? I think everybody would say it's Keena.
Per word, 100%.
She, pound for pound, is the funniest.
What was
commenter.
She is the funniest.
Yesterday, wasn't it? Everyone protect Keena at all
Number
costs.
1, me to her. Yeah, like I would say.
On accident, you.
We did it.
He pressed the right button. That was perfect timing. Keena, how about this? Keena says, I pretended to be a dude on a sports message board for years. This place is great. I mean, like, that's exactly what we're talking about, man. That's exactly what
I love it, man. It's just I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. I am having a moment. No, just having a moment. Like, that was awesome. I love that call. I don't know if she even said her name. Did she?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, whoever it was, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. Women, whatever.
Okay.
And child.
All right, we have a few more to go. By the way, I don't know if you uploaded those because they have not showed up in the thing. So,
Jack, famously good at technology.
Yeah, hey,
You're
look,
famously
if we
good
did
at-
technology rankings in the I-80 Club, Jack would not
First
be
of
number
all,
1.
I actually would be.
Would you?
Depends how you define technology.
Interesting. All right, here we go. Another one.
Hi, Dad. This is Nora Reggie. Hi, Megan. We just wanted to call and say how happy we were for you guys and that you were able to be there.
Wish we could have been there with you, but super excited that you got to be there and experience everything. I know it was emotional. I would imagine you have had a top 3 day. Look forward to celebrating with you guys when you get back.
Love you. Go Big Red.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
my wife and daughter.
Go.
More ladies.
More women.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's Nora. That's my daughter who is sitting by herself watching Nebraska basketball during lunch. How you doing, Johnny?
Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh, that's so
when
cool.
You showed me that text of Nora earlier today, I hope I don't know if she's watching this. She needs to be in bed if
she goes to bed at 8. So
wait, does she really?
Yeah, she loves going to bed early.
She loves going to bed early.
She's such a dork.
What time does she wake up?
Well, that lasted 2 seconds.
What time does she wake up?
I don't freaking know.
Earlier than you, that's for dang sure.
Oh,
Dude, you have slept 18 hours.
That
today.
dude loves sleeping.
Oh, Sheldon says I-80 Club.
Dude, how about
I don't think. No, let's delete that. You should that.
No, you don't like I-80 She Club? Oh, yeah. All right, never mind. Let's reel
in.
We'll figure it out.
Workshop that a little more.
All right, so we have 3 more unless Jack is able to figure out how to get the new ones into the voicemail line. Here is another one.
Hey, guys. Matt McMaster here. Congrats to everybody listening to this. Quick little story here. The 4 years I went to Nebraska, which we're not too that far removed from, Nebraska football went like 15-29. It is like the worst 4-year stretch since 1962. And so I went to college wanting to go to a football school, and the football team sucked. So it was one of those things where I, as a sports fan, I couldn't find a lot of joy in the men's sports, at least, that were going down at the time. And I remember it was the 2022-2023 season, and I was announcing the game. I was on KRNU, and Emmanuel Vandamel went down with a knee injury. And the week before, Juwan Gary got hurt against Illinois. And I remember seeing Manny Bando down and thinking, this team isn't going to win another game. Like, they're already kind of average, below average as it is already. He's one of their most important players. The other most important player got hurt the week before. Oh my God, they're bringing in Sam Hoiberg to play Penn State right now. Like what is this? This is bad, right? Already the football team is awful. Now the basketball team is awful. What the hell is going on? And I think it's so funny now, looking back on that moment and thinking about what I thought at the time, because what I thought was potentially the end, maybe, if they had lost out again, for the rest of that season of the Fred Hoiberg era, actually probably was one of the more important times in Nebraska basketball history, because Manny getting hurt, Sam coming in, getting those minutes, earning those minutes, showing that he belongs, and then building the culture that eventually led to this win today is crazy to think about. And hearkening back to Nebraska football being so bad, and me not growing up in the state, not growing up in Lincoln, not growing up in Nebraska, my love and fandom for Nebraska sports, my pride really in Nebraska sports, came from Nebraska basketball and came from the run that they went on next year, the run that they went on with Bryce and Rink and Casey, who will always be one of my favorite Nebraska athletes of all time. To lead it up to here to today it's incredible. It's insane. And I feel a lot of pride, but I'm way more happier thinking about how Jack Mitchell feels and how Mike Schaefer feels and how Johnny Leesfeld feels and how Cole feels. Cole Sukenholtz, my former host of
cut off.
Yeah, so,
we everybody knew
okay, let me read some comments in here when Matt
100% that he was hitting the time limit.
Yeah,
right?
David said Matt's hitting this time limit. Clint says no shot. Matt doesn't kick cutoffs. Matt reached out to me earlier and he told me that he got cut off. By the way, so now other ones coming in. Matt McVoicemail. Somebody took
Matt McFilibuster.
Look at this. Somebody took the picture of him with the cat, and
it's so disturbing.
I saw this earlier and I started crying. I was laughing so hard. They took the photo of Matt holding a cat, and now the cat is holding Matt, and I can't stop laughing at it. It's the funniest thing I've
my gosh.
I would love to tell a story about Matt. So Purdue, when we beat Purdue, when they were the #1 team in the country
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I was at the lead center.
It was over winter break. And I was a freshman, so I was living in the dorms. And I was with my buddy Ben. We were sitting in 300s because we didn't have student section tickets. Stormed the court. We went back to our dorm. We were like, I mean, obviously the first person I thought of was my dad. We went to see my dad at a cigar bar.
That was the Wisconsin game.
Was that the Wisconsin game? No, you're right.
I wasn't.
Right.
I was at lead center for Purdue.
But
people forget.
But McMaster texted me after that Purdue game and said, "Congrats, man." And I met up with McMaster, and he was the only other person in town over winter break, and we spent the whole night together talking about that, and it was so much love for McMaster. I shared that was the most amazing night of my freshman year of college. And
really, I didn't even know that.
Awesome.
He definitely did give him booze, Jack.
Matt is he's such a good dude and so wildly talented. And that's one of the reasons that I knew he was going to hammer the over on 3 minutes on that time limit.
Oh yeah,
dude, put stock in that guy.
Yeah,
get that guy a radio
he's
show.
Interesting.
Oh, hey.
No, put stock in him, man. We did.
Yeah, that's Matt knows this. I'm a big buyer in his future.
Well, think about this. Number one, a few years ago, there's a reason I hired him at KLIN.
Humble brag.
There's a reason that.
Now he's calling me, Matt. We're on the pod.
What the hell, Matt? You dumbass!
Matt, we're on the pod
this
right
guy
now.
sucks.
What are you doing?
Read the room.
Take it back.
No, there was a reason that he did so well in his time there, and then there was a reason that he was ultimately hired to come back to the state and work up in Omaha. And there's a reason right now that he has his own show. He's such a good dude. He's so talented.
Yep.
Love you, Matt. Thank you.
Big fan of Matt McMaster. All right, Jack has sent me 3 more.
Did you get them?
We are coming. Yeah,
I can't believe we pulled that off. Was that Matt the first batch?
Yeah. So we have, counting now the ones we had earlier, we have 5 more to go. 5 more to go. So here is our I was going to say our 5th penultimate, but that doesn't even make sense. All right, here we go.
Not at all.
Hey, Jack, this is Jason. I remember really vividly some of the best memories with my dad were around Nebraska basketball, and I didn't have the deep type of relationship around it with him that you had with your dad. But it was funny, the other night we were talking about the Fairlife shakes or Fairlife malts in the club, and I remember sitting up in the rafters at the venue for my first game when I was 8. I remember the 94 Big 8 tournament win, playing the basketball outside with my dad while we were listening on the radio. And just had, so many great memories with him. Last Husker basketball game I watched with him was the A&M tournament game 2 years ago. And when we left, as he said, man, I hope I see him win a tournament game before I die. And absolutely, they're so close. We'll see it. And that ended up being the last Nebraska sporting event I watched with him because he passed away later that year. And, today after he got to miss out on, 2 of probably the better years of Nebraska basketball back-to-back and some great events, that's all I could think about today was, I wish I could have been able to see that with him. And, it's awesome. And I know he's up there watching and celebrating. And, it was awesome to be able to find this community and the Discord and everything and really be able to share. And just know, going through the calls last night, how many people have the same emotions. So thanks for creating this, guys. I'm glad to be a part, and go Big Red.
Man. If, I don't know what people believe, but if heaven is heaven, they saw it.
Yeah.
Think about how loud Paycom was.
If it's what if it's what some people believe it is, man, how would that feeling not that experience how would they not get to enjoy it? And I hurt for him, man. I hurt for him. This is me. It's not me crying for myself. It's for him. Because I think one of the hardest things, the thing I hurt most for when I miss my dad isn't about something that I'm missing. It's what he's missing. And I think that's what I heard there. And, it's I don't know if people have that same experience, but it's thinking things I wish I could see his reaction to and have him have had that reaction to. And I think it was a Jason. I think that's what it was. Like, that's what I'm hearing from him. And just not getting to have that moment, man. I hope it is what I think it is. I hope it is what I think it is, because you wouldn't, if it was heaven, you wouldn't listen. If I had died before today, if it was heaven, I'd know that was happening. What happened today?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that isn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to do some logical wizardry here, but you couldn't be heaven if I didn't know.
David sends in from Seinfeld, what is this salty discharge?
Dude, man.
Isn't it funny that we've cried more during the pod tonight than during the game? I'm not surprised, I guess, because I knew that it was going to be emotional doing this, but I figured the game was going to have some of that too for you.
Yeah, I mean,
the game was a lot more emotional for me.
Yeah, you were way more emotional than I was. Why were you so emotional?
The last when they started subbing out Bear K, Rank, Sam, I started getting the starters out. I don't know. It just the culmination of the entire season, it felt like had led up to that exact moment. And to be able to be here, to be able to have this opportunity to be, I mean, obviously to be with people who get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But also to be with my dad.
Dad, yeah.
Because I mean, every single memory that I have of Nebraska basketball is tied back to you. And the earliest, most vivid memory I have is we went to a game at Devaney, and we were up in the 300s in our season tickets, and they had announced that there were open floor seats left.
Yeah.
And do you remember what happened? That you put me on your shoulders and full out sprinted. That was, I mean, you had to it had to be your best 40 time of ever. But I remember physically can see myself on your shoulders as you sprinted down that hallway so we could get floor seats, because they had just announced over the PA. And I mean, to think about how important of a role Nebraska basketball has played in just our lives together. To have that one moment where it just all feels like it pays off is just, and to be able to experience that,
I remember that game. It was one of the super early games. I think there was a football game like that afternoon. It was that early. It was like a November game. It was after a Kansas State game or something.
Keena says, okay, Johnny is forgiven for his bourbon take. That got me good.
No.
By the way, this is only a couple minutes removed from Keena also saying Nora would not have said what Johnny said about the bourbon.
I'm sure she would. She's perfect.
I like this too from Husker from you. The incongruity between the emotional discussion and the visual of three dudes lounging on a big sectional in the dark is cracking my shit up.
Husker from you. How's he doing today?
Oh, he's had a great day. He had a comment earlier. This is like the best day of his life.
We've been thinking about you today, man.
Yeah. Also,
and I didn't say one thing about the officiating.
That's true. I wanted to say this.
Were there any officiating takes today?
No. Well, the only I saw were like, man, I wish the Big Ten officiated like this. That was the take that I saw.
Yeah. Man, they let them play, didn't they?
Because I'm not a father and I'm not going to be a father.
Yeah.
And so I view this through the lens still of a son watching with his dad. Like, I obviously, Jack, this is going to be a core memory for you for the rest of your life. I have zero doubt about that. But I can't help but think about Johnny today and how cool this had to be for him, because as much as he appreciated it, and you're going to understand this too, Jack, as you've gotten older, and Caleb, I imagine, like in 10 years, he's going to look back at this, and in 15 years, like I think about some of the random-ass games that I went to with my dad, the random-ass moments that I got to celebrate with my dad watching teams, and like that's what it's about. That is the fandom and it being passed down from a father to a son, but then getting to enjoy it. And that's why every time, especially in the second half, Caleb, like when a big moment happened, my vision went from the court to right down to section 103.
We turned over there a lot.
And just like seeing, and because I could always see Johnny jumping and then like looking, and Jack was like doing like I could tell he
there was a lot of hands on the head,
and I was just like, man.
I was in such a weird place,
and I was just hoping, because the thing that sucks about life is that like that moment that happened now is already 11 hours old, 10 hours old. Like it's gone. Tomorrow it's going to be a day old. Suddenly in a week it's going to go by and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you remember last week when we were in Oklahoma City? And then you're going to be a month down the road and then a year down the road, and it's just going to get further and further. But I know that I always have those moments that I can think back to with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that today now. And it's about like this team that you both bonded over that had never given you this memory that you were hoping for.
Well,
and now you got it. And so I'm happy for both of you for that.
And to have it happen now, to have it happen while I'm in college, and to be able to fully understand the gravity of that moment.
Yes.
I was able to fully, like, while when I was at the game, I don't think I opened my phone one time because I wanted to be.
I was on my
present.
tons.
I know.
I tweeted like 3 tweets about Nick Collison having his number retired by Oklahoma City. I had no idea.
That's just how he copes, and it's we all get it. But no, it's just like to be able to understand how huge of a moment this. And I had such a weird random thought while I was there because I had my buddy Brooks next to me, who a couple years younger than me, but he's a friend.
I got a picture of you two at a game in the Devaney Center,
and I turned to him and I'm like, dude, in 40 years we're gonna tell our grandkids that we were at this game.
Yep.
Like to like understand how huge of like. To understand how momentous of an occasion this was, and to be able to know that while I'm experiencing it, for the last 3 minutes, I was a wreck of that entire game.
And what did you think about the Troy fans immediately next to you?
I didn't know they were Troy fans.
Because you know what? There was not a whole lot for them to be loud about. So
I didn't realize they were Troy fans.
By the way, Saturday schedule is they're literally showing
baby.
you. We're learning it right now. Nebraska will not be anywhere in the early window.
Not early.
So
there's Texas A&M right there. So they're the late game. They're the latest game of the night.
Yeah, that's going to be.
We have the tip reveal.
So it's going to be about 7:40.
I don't hate that. Baby. I don't hate that.
So that means we're going to be doing the Nebrasketball hour about like 10 o'clock or so.
Get on the couch.
So it's going to start with the Georgia-St. Louis winner versus Michigan. It looks like it's going to be St. Louis. Then it's going to be Louisville, Michigan State, TCU, and Duke. Those are all CBS games. And then on TBS, it's going to be Texas A&M and the winner of Houston, Idaho.
Did they not show the next group?
They did not show the next ones, which, like you said, the Nebraska game will be 30 minutes
We're the last game of the night.
No, not the last. They're going to be they'll be at 7:40. There will be games that are later because the first two of those games are at the same location.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit different. But either way, Nebraska.
Why in the world would they just show one?
Yeah. By the way, Sean drops us a super. He says it's so awesome that people cry over this. I've never been so emotional in my life as I have been today. Kent's final call, man. Very, very cool.
Yeah, man. I played it in the. Go ahead. I can talk about this. I played it in the van in the jack wagon as Caleb drove us back. I hadn't seen it. And by the way, I need to text Kent, see if he'll. Oh, here we go. 7:45 tip. Let's go.
Oh my god!
I love it.
Oh yeah!
That's prime time, baby. That is prime. Look at they put it with. They put that thing on TNT. Wow.
On TNT, which means you'll probably get to watch Gladiator right after.
Wow, but look at all that's by far the most interesting game of that group.
Yeah, because it's Texas versus Gonzaga or Kent State, VCU, Illinois, Penn. Yeah,
and then High Point and Arkansas.
That is the game of the evening.
I love that.
Caleb, did you call it a tip reveal?
Just the tip. Just the tip. We're not talking about the games. It's just the tip.
While Josh is peeing, we want to thank our sponsors. Maybe that's a bad
tip reveal.
Maybe that's a bad time to do that.
I forget that you weren't on the show this afternoon when some of these same jokes were made.
Yeah, I was not. No.
Husker Power Products, our main sponsor. Staple in the industry since 1981, and look, they've been they serviced an engine. The engines that I do. So they were telling us. Joe was telling us as we talked to him. He was in Vegas and he was talking to us. They recently serviced an engine that had been running since 1984 that hadn't been serviced yet, or hadn't had to ever be replaced. And so that's the kind of stuff that they're doing. It was one of the ones that they put in just 3 years into the tenure of Husker Power Products. So true family-run operation with John, Josh, Amanda keeping things moving as well. So shout out to the whole family there. So if you're a family farmer, large manufacturer, their service trucks hit the roads to get out there when needed. And I'll tell you what, we think a ton of them, and we're so thankful for them. And company now 40 dedicated employees based in Hastings. Support a dealer network that really has clients all over the country. Like it's gone from, it's still his family business, huge though. And so you need engines. We're talking about manufacturing, ag. Husker Power Products does it. We love Husker Power Products. We want to thank them for being a sponsor. Hit them up. Get one of those Isuzu engines, and you will be happy that you did. Even if you don't need an engine, I would just get one. It probably
not. It's like having an extra propane tank. Like you talked about recently on Unemployed with Schaefer. Got to have that extra propane. Got to have an extra engine.
I would get one of those Husker. Also, just be a nice conversation piece, I think.
I think so too. Check it. Instead of artwork, instead of a Picasso, you have an engine.
Right.
Jordan writes, I'm really getting an itch to drive down for Saturday's game.
Hey, we want
do it.
And real quick, I want to shout out one more too. I was looking for this earlier. I wanted to mention it. Pinnacle Bank Arena are one of our community partners, and we got a bunch of them, and you're seeing them running on the scroll and everything else. But a big shout out, and they got a concert too. Trinity Oak Revival bringing their fire. This is like red dirt country. This is cool. This is the country I like, as opposed to no offense to the Morgan Wallen fans out there, but this is the good stuff. So if you're into that, this one's going to move some air in that building. PinnacleBankArena.com. That's coming up Saturday, July 11th.
Awesome. All right, we have 4 voicemails to go as we get ready to wind down on this Thursday, and lots more. We got to get to some planning for what we're going to do Saturday now that we know the tip time.
I'm so freaking psyched.
7:40. I mean, we're talking about an 8 o'clock game.
That's what I would ask for.
The partying that's going to happen.
If it goes bad, there's very little time after it.
Yep.
If it goes well,
it's right to bed.
If it goes if it goes well,
if it goes bad, right to bed.
Yeah, it's bad, right to bed. If it's good, voicemail show firing up once again. Hot tub voicemail show.
Burn down Bricktown, hit the hot tub.
Could be wild. All right, let's get to another voicemail.
Hey, Jack, Matt, in York. This win meant a lot. Dad's on hospice, and it's just one of those things where took us to the games when we were younger. A sentimental win here, and it was a perfect win. And Dad got to watch the game today with Mom, and just a lot of emotions watching it. Go Big Red.
Short and sweet.
Man, glad he got to watch it. Glad he was comfortable.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many when I was thinking of doing this, I did not intend. I did not intend or think that there would be this connection. I thought some people would have some connections, right, to people and loss. I don't know if Nebraska basketball is unique in that way, if that's with every team, but it's just, and my voice is cracking because I'm losing it, but I don't know what it is with that. But that's, it seems to have really, we had the caller from Idaho, and I forget his name, right? But he had a similar situation where he had just lost someone as well. And it is just kind of profound how there's this connection with this program and this team. And I think it's, I think it's just because the people who stuck it out, and we're hearing this, you want to see them get the payoff for all of it. And I think we heard a little bit for the people who never did, or might not get to. And so I think that's it. Like I don't even know for sure. It's been an interesting phenomenon. I don't really have an explanation for it, but it's been kind of fascinating how that's been such a through theme in this whole thing. Like I don't know. I think there's just a part of it where you go through this routine of going to the games, which you enjoy, and you cheer for the players, and you do all of those things, but it never quite get to the point that you hope it does, or the person you're with hopes that it does. And when it does, it's like, man, you want them to feel the full measure of joy that comes with it. And I hear so many people wishing there were people in their lives who got to feel that full measure of joy, whatever that looks like for them. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. This has been an unbelievable 2 nights of shows because of what you guys have been willing to share with us.
Yeah,
like
I
being
couldn't agree
really, more. Really vulnerable with the whole thing. But like, let's be honest. Like, this is really, what did that caller say? Sports is the elixir of life.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything interesting now.
No, Jack, there's a uniqueness to Nebrasketball in this team, in this program, in that it has historically had overwhelming support from the fan base without that same overwhelming success at this level.
It has had more support than it deserves to over all these years.
You just think about the ROI on it. Like, what is your return on investment? And it was going into before today, it was 8 tournament trips with 0 wins and long stretches between tournament appearances in 100 and whatever years that you've had NCAA national championships at this level. Not just the teams that come up and they go, okay, well, this team just reclassified to Division I. They won a first 4 game. They that counts as an NCAA tournament win. Nebraska had never had that. Nebraska hadn't snuck in as a last 4 in and went and played in Dayton and won a game. But the support was always there.
Yeah.
The support has always been there, whether they were playing games at the Coliseum or the Devaney Center or Pinnacle Bank Arena. And it's generation after generation after generation. And it's people sharing it with family members or sharing it with friends because family members don't understand why you care so damn much about this. But you do. And then you pass it down and you continue to care. And what today is that ROI. It happened today. And then you get to continue to follow it up and go, well, crap, what's going to happen Saturday? Now we got this. But
at 7:45.
But through these phone calls, it's, man, this is what my dad in hospice got to watch, or this is what my mom would have loved to watch. I sure as shit hope she saw this. Those types of things. We all get to have these thoughts right now because you get to go through the entire roller coaster of emotions of 48 plus hours between it finally happened and let's strap up and see what happens against Vandy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. By the way, a couple things coming in. Bruce says, Jack, thanks for that. It means a lot. Also, fight ads. Thank God we never had to have does the first 4 count debate for real. Yeah, you saying that made me think of that. That's a good point. It's nice that they got the first win.
Now if they get in that, right?
It is what it is. All right, we have 3 voicemails to go as we get ready to wind down. Somebody asked earlier, how many hours of radio or talking has Jack done today? I think you're probably at 7 now. You did 3 of the morning show. We're at 2 tonight, so you're at 5. And then we did a pregame show and a postgame show. Plus you did commercials, and you yelled at a basketball game.
Yep.
It's been a long day.
It's good. I got another one coming up tomorrow morning, KLIN.
Yeah, very, very early. All right, let's get to another one.
Jack and friends, just want to say this is Austin Jacobson, friend of the I-80 Club. Happy to hear from all of you. Glad everyone is safe. Glad everyone is alive. Go Big Red. What a day. What a night. And the big celebration, I know, obviously, Jack, you asked in the long voicemail message to talk about how you're celebrating tonight. Well, I have gotten so many texts from people that I know from back home in western Nebraska that have dealt with these wildfires, that have dealt with these grasslands burning, that have dealt with all of this other stuff, real world stuff going on. And the only thing that they can talk about is Nebraska basketball. And for the first time in my entire lifetime of being a Husker fan, whether it was football, any other sport, but especially being the football school, this is the first time that I can talk about the success of the Huskers with my family and not have to worry about all the other things that come with it. This has just been an incredible day, and it was a day that was much needed by a lot of people across the state, and I am celebrating through them, with them, and with you guys. Go Big Red. Thanks for all you do, and let's keep it rolling. Elite Eight bound, and why not all the way? Why not?
Man. Shout out Austin.
Dude, that's Austin. Another extremely talented Reggie.
That's exactly
Austin,
what
man.
I was going to say.
Yes.
That guy, and I only know him a little, but that guy is, there's some really, really good young talent right here. And Austin is one of those. And I know he's been hit hard with what's happening right now with the wildfires.
He's right. What is it? Over 500,000 acres burned.
That's like 750,000.
Yeah, coming up on 750,000.
Like, just to give you an idea for people who haven't been following this, we're talking about 1,000 plus square miles. If you combine the different fires that are happening, and you've got, I mean, and I hate to put it this way, but it's the reality. You had a grandmother who couldn't get out of her house while it was burning. Okay, you've got family farms that have been destroyed. You got ranchers who have lost fences, cattle, all kinds of stuff. And I don't even know if the country knows. I don't even know if the state knows the devastation that's happening with that. This is the largest wildfire in Nebraska history. This is a top 20 in the country's history at this point. And you've got rural firefighters, you've got state, you've got feds, you've got everybody who is there. You've got people who are working around the freaking clock right now in the state that we call home. And it would be, you'd be remiss not to mention it. And I'm glad Austin's been bringing attention to it, because we're in eastern Nebraska. And so sometimes some of that stuff we don't even think of, but you got a whole bunch of people, and I think a bunch of pride Nebraska basketball fans, too, Husker fans. And so I'm glad. I hope that there are people who are exhausted or, worried about the future, all of that stuff too. Like, I hope there's like a tiny bit of light, and I could hear it in Austin's voice, but he does a great job, man. He subs in and on 1620, and I've been doing it less, and I'm glad he's been doing it more, because he's great.
Yeah,
does a great job.
That's one of the things that makes sports special is it gives you that, okay, I need a distraction right now. I need something that's not the real life. And today, when you get the payoff of something, and you're like, oh, I love it. We get to talk about this. The real world things aren't going away, but for 5 minutes or for 2 hours of a basketball game, you get to have some where you just step away from it for a second.
Yep. And I wouldn't know nearly as much of this if I didn't need to know it for my job. And so I'm glad I do know it, but like, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. It's among one of the biggest natural disasters ever to happen to the state.
And I do believe the Nebraska Athletic Department is all of the proceeds from the spring game tickets are going towards wildfire relief.
Right move. So
Austin, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
I couldn't
love you,
agree
Austin.
more. Yeah, Austin is definitely one of the good ones, and it's been awesome to get to develop a relationship with him like I have over the last year or so.
Fun to listen to.
He writes a little for Husker Max.
And he writes for Husker.
Writes a little. Now we had two Gen Z guys. Is he a Gen Z? I think so.
Oh yeah,
he's Gen Z.
Oh yeah, he's got.
He's really inside baseball.
Austin and Matt McMaster, like extremely talented radio and media professionals, not just in the state of Nebraska, but they're both in Omaha.
Not trying to toot my own horn, like I saw the talent earlier, but I tried to get both of them to be on my show with me.
Yeah,
I tried both, but tough to get.
Yep, they're very good at what they do. All right, we have two more to go, Jack. It's my favorite word. It's time for the penultimate voicemail of the evening.
You know what it means.
Jack, Richard Fountain here, pianist for Lincoln's Symphony Orchestra, and just one of the many random people who was high-fiving and hugging you at the bottom of the stairs on the way out of the arena. My two sons and I made the round-trip drive from Texas, 10.5 hours today, to be a part of history. This was catharsis like I could only have imagined in a script. You could feel the momentum building in that arena, every made bucket, every great defensive play. And it was like year after year and decade after decade of futility was being transformed into triumph right before our eyes. I'm going to have to process this for years, not just the amazing achievement of these amazing men, but the shared experience and the inspiration I could share with my sons. They're 14 and 10. They're locked in for life now with Nebrasketball. And I have to say, as a musician, as a member of the Symphony, how amazing it is. It's so satisfying to see these guys working together so much more than the sum of their individual parts. They've got a joy and a camaraderie, which is exactly the reason why me, as so many other people, come back from out of town to work with the Symphony. It's just a perfect image of everything that's right and beautiful about the state of Nebraska. And I have never been prouder to be a Husker than I am today. And I was the same age as my sons when we won all those football natties back in the 90s. So keep it up. Go Big Red. I will see you next time I'm up for the Symphony. Harry Potter tickets are on me. You know how to get a hold of them, and they know how to get a hold of me. We'll talk again. Thanks.
Oh, let's go.
Awesome. Richard, that dude is a master pianist. He's a professor of piano, I believe, in Plano. I think it's Plano, Texas. So he drove up.
My dad's from, or where he lived as a kid.
Originally from Nebraska. I've interviewed him with the Symphony a time or two. I didn't know
that's who you were hugging.
For those of you who were not there, which was everybody, but my dad, after the game, he stood at the bottom of the stairs coming down from the 300, 200 level section for about a full minute.
You were just the greeter? You were just the greeter at the bottom of the stairs?
Like after a wedding?
Down, my dad was there giving them high fives and hugs for a full minute. And that was, I mean, I know somebody got a video of it. I don't know who it was, but that was where it all started to feel real. And that was incredible.
That's awesome. Dude, it's awesome.
Jab says Andre posted a video of it. It was awesome.
Really? I want to see. I want to see that. Andre.
Husker from you. I'm so glad Jack didn't injure the pianist's hands with an overly aggressive high five.
Yeah. Richard needs those hands. He's a great pianist. He can come up. Bruce can make his dinner. Richard play some piano, or we go to Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, maybe Richard could come. We'll get our Airbnb with a piano.
Perfect.
We can do a little. I'll DJ.
Oh my
piano
God, Jack,
mix.
that is awesome.
What's it?
It was just you and just people coming by and hugging you.
The video was posted in the Discord. Yeah, it was. I mean, it went on for a.
By the way, patreon.com/I-80 Club. The Discord community is great. If you want some people to hang out, not going to be judgmental, not going to be weird like most of the internet is. I would recommend, like, you hear us talking about these people, like, it's not fake. Like,
relationships.
We know these folks. So, like, jump on there, find some friends, find some people who are passionate about what you are, who don't treat you like you're weird, even if you are. That's what our Discord does. Richard, awesome. Thank you, man. That's great. I'm so freaking excited that we've had symphony pianists. We've had people of all ages from 16 all the way up call in. We've had men, we've had women call in. We've had, man, what a night. I love these voicemail shows.
Yep. It's been a lot of fun. We have one more voicemail. We have one more super. Stibbs writes, "Happy day, boys. See you Saturday? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
You got a
Thinking
space.
emoji. Stibbs, do it,
Stibbs.
baby.
Right here.
Stibbs, we'll have a call. We'll have a conference call after the show is over. bud.
Stibbs, we would love to have you here. Stop on by. Then when we go back home, he could just drive me to Omaha, and we wouldn't. Oh no, wait, my car's in Lincoln. Rats. All right, well, never.
You leave it at our house.
We'll figure that out another day. All right, one more voicemail to go, and then we will say goodnight and get ready for a Friday of shows and a look ahead to Saturday. Here we go.
Hi, guys. I really love the show. I just want to give a shout out to my dad. He passed away 3 years ago, and he would have really loved this win. And, yeah, go Big Red, and I hope we get another one.
All right.
I love it.
Short and sweet.
I love it.
Short and sweet.
All right, boys.
Same thing I said before. Man,
what a freaking blast! Not just the that it happened, but to share it with you guys, to share it with the people that have opened up on the voice call that are opening up on YouTube, that are opening up in the I-80 Club Discord. The number of people, Josh and I almost couldn't get concessions today. The number of people that were stopping us and talking there. So I know what it was like for you guys. Josh and I couldn't walk anywhere either. So it's a good thing we were seated on the roof.
Yes,
to get away from everybody.
Thankfully,
But
I wasn't courtside.
maybe it was a
I'm happy
favor.
that I wasn't at courtside.
But
Maybe it was a favor.
Just sharing this with so many people, like this team and this program has affected a lot of people, and you say it in different ways, but it's so similar when they all get broken down, and it's the relationships that everybody has around this program.
Yeah. What a fun special day it was, and what a fun special days we get to have. Thank God that this thing continues. We'll be back.
It's so awesome.
We'll be back tomorrow.
We got tomorrow, you know.
It's so funny. We don't have a day off because you still have a radio show, and we're doing podcasts
gotta
tomorrow.
remember that.
You're
I
up,
got-
Jack. You got a radio show in 7
Whatever,
hours.
man. I'm going to take a nap
So we don't.
after that, and then we're going to get out to Social Capital.
Yep, we don't have the exact schedule, but I think the plan is. By the way, St. Louis is up 91-54.
Murdering them.
They are,
Cream
and they're
of
742, so they're easily going to get over.
Does
100.
what's his name from Bellevue West still play for them? Dotzler?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Oh, is he?
He tore his ACL again.
Come on,
Again?
Jack. Anyway, we don't know the time tomorrow. I think we're thinking of 11 and noon. We're going to be doing.
I'm going to see when they open.
We're going to do an I-80 show, or both are I-80 shows, obviously. We're going to do a coffee show, and Schaefer's going to do an unemployed. So we'll be hanging out there, and that will be all that we will do tomorrow. But then we'll be back on Saturday. Let us figure out the stuff. I imagine that Jack and I will do a Saturday morning coffee show from here early on, like we always do.
This is going to be great, actually.
And then we will do some sort of a pregame show, I imagine.
The
later
alumni,
on in the
I think
day.
the alumni, I assume they're going to have another party out there.
So, yeah, we'll be back there. Yes, and obviously all this is tentative, but I imagine we'll be back there Saturday.
Social Capital opens tomorrow at 11.
And then on Saturday night, whether we're going to social or we're just coming back here to do the post game, we will, of course, have you covered for Nebraska.
Can you imagine Saturday night if they win?
And it's feeling right.
And the most magical voicemail party of them all.
This
from the hot
show
tub.
is going to be about 220. It's 222 right now. If they win, I mean, that thing might be like a 4-hour extravaganza.
24 hours.
As is mostly the case, we stumbled bass-ackward into an unbelievable concept.
Yeah, we have.
And again, as usual, not because of us, but because people were willing to play along,
tell their stories,
be vulnerable, tell their stories, be entertaining people, which so many people are that aren't on the radio. And it wouldn't work if you guys weren't willing to do that. So I love the I-80 Club. I love the people who watch us, who are members, who are willing to call in. Like, you guys are the best. Like, this is what we were thinking of. And it's so freaking exciting and vindicating for it to work. And just glad you like it.
Yeah.
Glad you like it. Glad you're willing to do what you do.
Yeah, and let's give one final shout out to all the great people that have helped make this happen. Of course, we have our road crew: Lincoln, Corey, Gerren, Mark, Bret. We love you, Bret. Reese, Erik, Jordan, Bruce, Lindsay, Joe, Connor. We were giving a shout out.
We love you so
Connor,
much.
we apologize.
Connor.
And
Bret.
okay, no, I was gonna say one-eyed Eddie.
One-eyed Eddie sports bar.
Caleb's eyes were so big.
All right.
Sorry, I was watching the video, the full video Andre posted of Jack at the stairs.
All right, so that's our road crew. We appreciate the road crew.
This was amazing.
Thanks for buying those hoodies and wearing them in the 100-degree heat. Also, of course, our great community partners, Eye Surgical Associates, Fleet Feet Lincoln, 5-Star Bass Solutions, Lincoln Symphony Orchestra. We just heard
Richard
from one
Fountain
of them right there. Look Architectural Coatings, Pinnacle Bank Arena, Sandstone Wealth Management, The Still, Sutton, Linder, and Sutton. Visit Lincoln and 1620 The Zone. And, of course, the biggest reason that we are here at the I-80 Club Roadshow, Dancing with the Skers, Husker Power Products. Incredible sport.
If anybody's tempted to underestimate the I-80 Club, probably a bad time. That's my final thought.
Don't put it on the internet that you are underestimating the I-80 Club.
Yeah, I said it. You know who I'm saying it to.
Yeah, I definitely know who you're saying it to. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow, probably 11. We'll let you know. Stay tuned to the YouTube page, to all that stuff. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to the Discord server. Thank you to all the super chats.
Johnny, you got most of your bourbon left. Come on, let's go.
I'll help you out, Johnny. If you need
all of
help.
your bourbon left.
Yeah, Johnny, I got you. We'll
He
finish
likes
the show.
drinking jet fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
You sound like Bishop.
The person is me. He
You
does.
sound like an idiot.
Got him. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, for
Love you
joining
guys.
us. Love you.